Welcome, Treants and Twig Blights, to episode 44 of Dion Rising. This right here is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the Knights of D20. Babes. Look at them. So cute. Brady bunching it up. As usual, before we begin flirting with friends, we have a few announcements brought to you by a friend of mine who was recently given the number 4 spot on the list of top 10 dungeon masters most likely to TPK your whole party using nothing but a Fey contract and a sexy hag. Bobby, beguile us with the announcements.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down, and I am going to let everyone know when it happens, because it will happen. So tomorrow we have Int Mod Pod coming with our first of 2 parts for our Warlock Invocations. So 2014, we are going to tell you all of them and what they do and kind of how we feel about them. Some of them we love, some of them we think are useless. So if you are a little intimidated by the amount, come check us out and we will give you all of our feedback. On Wednesday, we are going to have tea time with Melanie and JP. I don't really know what kind of craziness they're going to get into, but I feel like Melanie is such a chaos goblin, and JP, I'm going to be honest, I also think he is one in disguise. So who knows? But I guess we'll just have to tune in and see. If you have any questions for them that you would like them to answer, head down to our Discord down below. It'll be in all our links. And you can join our Discord where all of our news comes out first and where you can interact with us and ask us any questions that you have. But I'm going to send it right back to our Dungeon Mother so we can get this on the road.
Thank you, Bobby, and thank you all again for joining us as we embark on an epic adventure in the world of Dion, where heroes rise, dangers abound, and legends are born. Players, dice at the ready. Ice dice. That gives new meaning to eat your dice. Oh man, ice dice molds. That should be a thing, if it's not already. Let's buy some.
I think it is.
It should be, right? It must be. I will be buying some.
That was a real dice you put in there.
I
assumed it was ice dice. Nice.
And they don't float,
Incredible.
so that means they're good.
What the hell?
Okay. So, back in episode 43, the team set off into the Undying Wood, with Nomi feeling frustrated and a bit wary of the newcomer Barda, who is a devout missionary who convinced the group to let her join their expedition party. Upon learning Zada had left, Nomi was a bit worried and hastily gathered up some supplies while the party worked and spoke a little bit to Benji, her twin Furbolg brother. She tasked the party with delivering an expedition journal from the previous expedition, which is a chore Eidos reluctantly accepted after trying and failing to trick Marway into doing it himself. The group learned a bit more about this Barda character's background as leader of the choir of missionaries, whose loud and all-encompassing devotion made Killian a little bit uneasy. A tense but playful game of Green Druid ended with Benji winning a kiss bet set up by Seraphina, which caused a little bit of tension in the group. That was fun. But that is a little prize that he might be saving for a rainy day. So, with all of their plans for travel finalized, Seraphina slyly convinced Barda to lead the forward party, while the group tied themselves all together to avoid the wood's beguiling dangers. And then they entered this lush, intoxicating forest. That night, during their watch rotations, quiet confessions were shared. Benji spoke to Marway of his lost home, and Marway returned that favor, talking about the allure of Sanctuary. Killian discussed his chains with Eidos, and Bula admitted her fear of the woods to Seraphina, until a chilling moment where Eidos overheard Barda whispering some strange cryptic words in the dark. So that is where we left off, with everybody going to sleep. Your nights of watch ended relatively untampered with, and we wake up to day 2 of travel in the Undying Woods. So, as you all wake up and start to gather your things up and sort of repack your camp gear, I assume Killian gets up right away and starts taking down Sarah's yurt from around her. What does everybody else do to kind of prepare for the day, if anything different?
Bula just gets up, slowly. She's never one to rise too fast. And she just gets up and she just pulls like some biscuits, a little bit of like salted meat out of her bag. She just stares at them. She wants to eat them so bad, but she's not hungry. And she's just really sad. How is she gonna go about her day without breakfast?
Bula, this is funny. I'm gonna have you roll an insight check on yourself.
Perchance to dream.
Is your tummy rumbling? We'll find out.
Can you eat for pure pleasure?
16.
16.
16.
You want to eat so badly. Maybe even just for like the hand to mouth activity of it. You feel like maybe like it shouldn't hurt you to eat anything if you wanted to.
Okay, so she's gonna lick the meat. Does it taste like normal?
Yeah, it does taste normal. It tastes pretty good. I mean, it's like it's a couple days old, so it's stale the way most things go in your bag of holding.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow,
but yeah,
she's used to that.
good salted meat. Yeah.
Okay, and she just like cautiously puts some in her mouth and starts to kind of chew. Just kind of like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
And she just like one big tear just comes down, and she tosses it back. She tosses the food back in her bag of holding. She's just
Yeah, deeply unsatisfying.
angry about it.
Deeply unsatisfying. Some of you, whoever else is awake, would see Bula having this tantrum of not hunger.
Hate it.
Marway's gonna make some of that tea. Just because.
Yeah,
reasons.
sure.
Benji,
Benji, you see Benji is packing up his camp and gives you a little like thumbs up when he sees what you're doing. Nomi is also packing up her camp, helping some of the people who were going to be in the following party, who are now, tying themselves back together with the group after packing up their meager supplies. Some of them are like sort of bending down, taking little samples of soil, picking leaves off of trees. Some are writing in notebooks. Everybody's sort of doing their thing this morning, starting to try and learn about this place.
after Killian takes down the yurt, he's gonna go around and just kind of do a head count, just check in, make sure nobody wandered off or anything while everyone was sleeping.
Okay, yeah, you do a head count. Everybody appears to be accounted for. You find Barda and her apprentice are both finishing packing up their things, and they seem to be doing some sort of like morning devotion to Dion, going through some like morning prayers and a little bit of a ritual as they start their day. You see this one who was introduced to you as Mellow Oak's teaching assistant is the one sort of scooping a little bit of dirt into a little glass vial and digging a little deeper and scooping a little bit more. And you see another researcher from Luminara is the one who's sort of taking notes and making notes of like the different trees, sort of talking to himself as he writes down some diagrams.
Killian will just kind of say to the researchers, we don't want to linger too much longer. We have plenty of journey ahead of us. I'm sure plenty of things to collect along the way, so get yourselves ready. We'll be out of here pretty soon.
Yes, indeed. Okay. And takes off his reading glasses, folds them up, and puts them in his pouch, and starts packing up the rest of his things, and puts his notebook in his thing. And the other one hastily screws on the top of his little vial and puts it in a bag. And they both sort of link up and start to tie the ropes around themselves the way Seraphina showed them. They're like trying to get the knots just as pretty, and it's not going as easily.
It's like, no, you need to loop it twice around. That's how she does it.
Okay, we were doing 3. You'd think that'd be better. No, they're working on all that. Otherwise, you see Nomi and Benji are just sort of pulling out like meager rations and offering them around, like a few like dried meats and fruits kind of things, and everybody's just sort of passing on it, and they're just like, yeah, that's what we figured, and puts them back away as they themselves also tie back up. And Nomi comes over to you, Seraphina, and Killian, and says, well, once you're done taking down the yurt, should we probably tie up in the same order as yesterday? Do you have a different plan for today? Should we just keep doing what works?
I think it probably best if we just continue what we were doing yesterday. We'll kind of have the choir emissaries be up at the front with us, and the rest of the scholars follow behind us, not too far behind.
Berta comes brushing over, her apprentice, like, following very hastily behind, trying to, like, scoop up all of Barda's belongings and shouldering her pack and all that stuff. And Barda says, yes, it appears that my leadership has gotten us this far, and we shall continue to do so. Everybody tie on. She takes the end of a rope and lets her apprentice tie her in. Nomi rolls her eyes.
As we're kind of getting ready, Killian's going to try. He's not going to get tied up with everybody, just because he wants to be a little bit more mobile, just in case anything does happen. Now that we're a little bit deeper into the Undying Woods, and he'll also have he'll be on top of Casimir as well.
Okay. Is anybody else not tied up, or is everybody esse tying in?
Ados is definitely tying in, but first he wants to talk to Killian as he's mounting Casimir. Killian, I don't know much about religious fervor, or maybe the effects of these woods, but I heard some concerning questions coming from our leader, Barda, last night. Keep an eye on her. She's getting a little too excited about what lies at the end of these woods. She's either being taken or she has an ulterior motive.
Well, what did you hear her say?
Just hounding Nomi about what lies deeper within the woods, and insisting that there must be something, and speaking to her, her purpose from the gods as to why she might be here, seeking what lies in the woods. It didn't sit well with me. Either way, it could be a liability. That's all.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on her. But you said did she specifically say this to Nomi? Nomi's a little bit. I know. Well, Nomi's been a little bit cautious of her the entire time, but this was something that was said last night.
Yeah, during their watch, when they walked by my tent, I overheard them talking. So Nomi is very well aware of it. She was the recipient of all these questions, but why she hasn't said anything to us, I don't know. Maybe it's standard procedure. Maybe it's a need-to-know basis. But I thought that you might need to know, so I let you know.
Okay, I might have to ask her about this a little bit later when we're on the road.
Excuse me, I'm going to go tie myself to a group of strangers.
Have fun.
I will say Seraphina is tied in also with the strangers, but I'll say Glitterbell is free. She doesn't want to tie her up.
Okay. Is anybody else placing themselves anywhere in particular? That's just within the group.
Bula's obviously gonna make sure that Marway's attached to her in some way.
Okay. Alright, and Nomi double checks everybody's knots, moves back into her space. She's sort of been like stretching her arms because she's also tied in as she goes around and checks everybody's knots. Moves back into her space and sort of pulls out her longbow off of her back and just sort of in preparation, just in case, and gives Killian a nod up on Casimir. And she says, all right, let's move out. Let's keep it quiet. And if you see anything suspicious, give us a holler. And everybody's eyes up. And the group starts moving. The woods are once again just shrouded in this beautiful green mist, smelling of florals and wet earth and ichor and all these wonderful muddy smells of a rainforest. And you get deeper and deeper. It is a bit more of a trek this time along. Benji has still marked parts of the path to show you which way to go as you head further west. But it is like heavy growth. It's not exactly a clear trail. So it takes the group quite a bit of time. It's not like fast travel on road like you would be able to do on your own or on horseback. But with Killian circling, I would like, as you all woods, to roll for me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this a magical effect by chance?
Yes.
Serafina has 17.
$22.
Three
Yep.
for Ados.
Killing at 12.
Bula got 6.
Okay. Okay. Ados and Bula. You get impatient with the pace. You both feel there's so much to see and be seen. That these woods are really just, this is an adventure. This is what you set out for from home in the first place in both of your cases for different reasons, but this is what you were looking for. And it doesn't make you want to leave the group. You are cognizant enough to know that you're watching for yourself wandering away from your group. You just want your group to move faster. Let's get into this woods. These scientists need to step up and learn how to climb over some logs and through the brush. I know you find yourself maybe for the first time willing to get your boots muddy going the short way as opposed to the long way around. Yeah, you both just feel a call in this wood. Just the call of like adventure and not knowing what's around the river bend. The rest of you are doing well. You feel that this is going pretty smoothly. You don't feel like Killian, you've been a bit concerned about like religious zealotry. You're keeping an eye on yourself, an eye on the two missionaries. They don't seem to be deeply affected at this moment, from what you can tell. And your day of travel goes on. I'm gonna have everybody roll a survival check, unless you guys want to give one person advantage as opposed to rolling as a group. Someone who would sort of be leading you.
Do we give
Survival, Killian.
Do we give advantage to Barda?
You could. You could give advantage to Barda. You could give advantage to Benji or Nomi. Nomi, you know, is a ranger. Benji, you know, has been out here quite a bit. He's a druid, so you're welcome to do either of those. Or Barda.
Who is Barda?
You're welcome to.
Because Benji's up kind of with us, right? He's in the front with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Nomi's following behind.
I mean, I'd probably say Benji. He's been
Yeah,
here
for sure.
before.
All right.
I'm gonna give him guidance as well.
Okay. Thank you. I'll roll for him. Guidance is 1d4 still, right?
Yes, it is.
So does that mean you touched
Rolling
him?
this
Ooh.
I might have.
They are tied next to each other.
It was like, you know when you get like a leaf on your shoulder, just like a quick brush it off. Cast guidance, real incognito.
He rolled a 25.
Wow.
What a
So,
man.
yeah, every time there's some sort of creature, animal, hazard on the path, anything like that, he spots it from a mile away, even through the mist and fog. He knows this trail fairly well by now, and he is alert and aware. With all of your help, obviously, as well. He's able to get you through this day of travel relatively quickly. Maybe not quick enough for Ados and Bula's liking, but this day of travel will pass quickly. So if there's anything you need to do on this day of travel, it is just a travel day, and it goes without a hitch.
Killian will, with his freedom on top of Casimir, will kind of double back to the research group. Kind of wants to talk to Nomi.
Okay. Yeah, she'll kind of hang back a little bit as far as the rope will let her, so that you have just a semblance of privacy. She's sort of behind the researchers, and the two who are from Luminara are like quietly comparing notes, sort of like looking at different specimens. So they're sort of engrossed in their own quiet conversation.
Nomi, how are we faring so far?
Well, this is about how it usually goes on day 2. So far, we've seen a little bit less. I I don't know, people looking sideways at things. A couple of your group seem a little excitable. We keep having to kind of tell them that the slow path is usually the best path, but otherwise it seems like this is going all right. I'm not too concerned.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I would expect a little bit of excitement out of Bula, but seeing Eidos a little bit stir crazy is well, let's just say it's a little bit off-putting. He's usually quite a mellow kind of guy.
yeah, I could see that about him, I think. I mean, let's just keep an eye on him. Having us all tied up is a good idea. We'll know it if he starts to try and get a little hay-brained and run off from us, but let's just keep an eye on it. He should be all right. It doesn't seem like they're prone to wandering off, but let's make sure we keep the watch up tonight, especially. Just to double check. And I don't know these others as well as you know your friends, so I'm going to keep a special eye on these researchers, too. I don't want them wandering away.
Yes.
Barda seems fine, right?
You know, I was just about to ask about her. She seems quite excited to be here. Right? I think it's a little bit strange, just given her, I guess, role in the choir and just their general role in society. They don't really peg me as the venture out into the Undying Woods type of people.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not exactly from a big city, but ain't missionaries supposed to, like, go out and help people after times of war and refugees and all that good stuff? I don't know why they all ended up out with us, and why, even more than that, they're going into the woods, which is not where the refugees end up going.
Yeah, and to be quite frank, she doesn't really seem to be helping too much around camp or anything like that. She's mostly just kind of sticking with her own and bossing her apprentice around.
Yeah, that apprentice seems like a good enough girl, but yeah, they don't seem to be, I don't know why they're here, what they're gonna be doing. I'm honestly a bit worried that we do find something and she gets her nose into it. I don't know what she's out here for. I don't like when I don't know people's motivation.
Yeah, and were you on watch with her at all last night, or?
I was. Y'all stuck me on watch with her, and I did not appreciate that, but yes.
Oh,
and she was getting real nosy about what we've seen before, and she knows as much as you all do, so I don't know what she thought I would give her more.
But she didn't say anything that was, I mean, no more off-putting than how her general demeanor is? Just, asking anything she shouldn't be, or, making any sort of strange statements to you?
She was sure that we're gonna find something specific, but I couldn't get out of her what it is that she's looking for, or what she thinks is out here, or why she thinks there's anything out here to be found. We're out here trying to see if there's people, survivors from all the different groups of people who lived out here before everything went south, and I don't know what she's looking for, but it didn't seem like she's looking for a who. It seems like she's looking for what, and I couldn't figure out what exactly that is, or why she thinks she's going to find anything. And if she's a missionary, why would she be out here looking for something anyway? Aren't there supposed to be, like, no belongings, salt of the earth kind of people?
Yes, typically that is the case. I think tonight, for the watch, I think I'll make sure I keep an eye on her. If not, partner up with her for the night's watch.
That's probably a good idea. We should spread out a bit more amongst these newcomers and make sure we keep an extra close watch, and especially on her. I don't like the cut of her jib.
All right, well, I don't think we'll be on the road for that much longer. So just keep an eye on everybody, and I'm sure Benji will find a place for us to make camp pretty soon.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. We should be before the sun goes down. That won't be too long from now. All right, Mr. Killian, keep an eye open.
Will do.
Okay. Yeah, and eventually that sundown does come. As soon as you can sort of see the bits of, like, shadow, like, like that time of day when it's really foggy and you can see the shadows are even longer. Just exacerbates them. It's almost like you're, like, walking through a vertical and a horizontal woodland, the way these stripes are just going through as the sun shines from lower in the sky. Just a gorgeous sight, an absolutely natural wonder of the world. As Benji calls back, all right, let's go ahead and This is as good a spot as any. There's a river right down here if anybody feels like they need a drink. If you feel like you need a drink, you should probably let me and the scientists know so that we can make note of that, because it would be an interesting development. You all note that you're not thirsty. Yeah, everybody go ahead and set up camp here, and let's go ahead. Last night went well enough. Let's do another fire. I don't foresee anything being around. I didn't see anything of too much note in the woods today that we should be worried about. So let's get a fire and some actual conversation going tonight, maybe. And he himself starts untying himself and setting up his tent. Oh, and figure out the watch tonight amongst yourselves. Just let me know if you need me on.
Killian will just kind of look over to, well, not the researchers, but everyone else with the Barda and apprentices and stuff like that. Anyone volunteer to take watch at all?
Tonight, Barda hears him say that, and she just continues watching her apprentice and sort of directing her apprentice to set up their camp. She doesn't volunteer. Eventually, the apprentice is like, "Mistress, should I?" And she's like, "If they need us, they will tell us." The apprentice keeps setting up their tents.
Bula will, she'll volunteer. She'll say, I mean, it's not like I can sit around and eat anyways, so might as well just take watch.
I can keep you company tonight.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's one pair there. Anybody else?
Suppose I could take second watch.
I'll be with Eidos.
Very well.
And glitter. Actually, I should be like.
It's like picking up a massive golden retriever at this point.
And then Killian will kind of look around nonchalantly if anyone else is volunteering, and then he'll head over to the missionaries. Says, "Ladies, I apologize for intruding, but I was hoping, since last night's watch was so successful with you on it, Miss Barda, I was hoping maybe one of you could join me in the watch tonight."
Barda scoffs and says, "Didn't think our forward party would be this needy. Tonight I must get my rest. As we get deeper into the wood, I will have more to do and need to preserve my energy, but my apprentice, Amelia, here will join you on watch, if it's so necessary."
Well, it's always good to have an extra set of eyes.
Amelia says, "I am happy, Sir Killian, to assist you in the watch tonight." And she kind of shyly goes back to what she was doing. She doesn't really make eye contact with you. And then Nomi and Benji sort of, we got 3 watches figured out? We'll take a 4th if no one else is up for it. And they both agree that Nomi and Benji will tag team the last watch. All right. As everybody settles in for bed, not quite having dinner, but Benji likes to keep up sort of a homey appearance, so sort of passes around like a wineskin that doesn't seem to be getting anybody drunk.
Oh, the horror.
It does make you very full.
Can Killian try to, like, actually eat food?
Yeah, sure. You can pull out some of your rations and give it a scientific shot.
Yeah. Because, he knows that he should be eating. Like, but is there anything stopping him from, like, actually eating the food?
Yeah, no, mechanically. What food do you pull out?
Just some rations, nothing, like some jerky, some dried crackers or something like that.
Yeah, mechanically, it's fine. It's not very satisfying. You haven't been very hungry. You're like if you're not a breakfast person and it's morning level of hungry, like, I could wait a couple hours and just eat a sandwich at noon, kind of hungry, but not starving. Not as starving as you should be after 2 days of... Mechanically, it doesn't, like, hurt. You do start to feel full, like, you physically feel like the food is in you, and digests. And as the night wears on, you do not feel less full. You stay feeling full.
Okay.
So eventually the thought of food, you're just like, I don't even want to eat at this point. Benji's like, I told you it's weird, man, right?
Yeah, this is weird.
Listen,
Gonna
I'm a food guy.
continue
I like hospitality, and me and Nomi, that's our whole thing back in the village, but what do I do if I can't feed my friends? What do I even have to give?
I'm just gonna lean over to Benji and be like, I've never seen Bula so upset.
Yeah, does she
And then-
have, like...
From somewhere off in the trees, you just hear, "Yes, blasphemy!"
She really likes food. Does she have some sort of, like, food-based trauma in her past or something?
I don't know, but there is a whole bag of holding that she has specifically for food storage. At least I'm pretty sure it's just for food storage.
Well, this trip makes that bag pretty redundant, but more power to her. We'll get out of these woods eventually, and she'll be able to feast until she can't anymore.
I guess that's a good question. Does the hunger catch up to you? Or is it just like gradually you just get hungry again?
Yeah, you just kind of you stay as hungry as you were when you went into the. Really? Not any more or less. Like one time I came in, made the mistake before we left the village, and spent the whole trip the same amount of hungry with my stomach growling, and came out just as hungry, not starving. We never seemed to lose any pounds.
Okay, so you don't lose weight or anything from being in this forest, even if you're not eating anything.
I mean, I don't exactly watch my weight, Mr. Killian, but yeah, like I've never gained or lost weight. I've never come back from our slightly longer trips emaciated from days of not eating.
No extra, extra hole on the belt to make it a little bit tighter or anything like that?
Not that I've ever noticed. No, me. It's nearby, and he like looks her over, and he's like, she's never looked any different either. Yeah, it keeps me up at night sometimes thinking about this place and why it is the way it is, and how many times I can venture into it without tempting fate a little too much. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna get away with it forever. What's that, Mr. Marway?
Does anyone have an apple?
I might have an apple yet. Digs in his bag and pulls out a green apple and sort of like polishes it on his sleeve. Polishes it again. It's like, here you go. Hands it over.
Bula, do you have your axe out right now? Like, is it on you somewhere?
I mean, yes, always.
Marway's just literally, while it's like on your hip or your back, wherever it is, just kind of like cut this in half. And essentially what I want to do is I want to leave this out all night because I want to see if it ages.
Does it
Clever
brown?
boy. Do you tell anybody this is what you're doing?
I don't think so.
So
Well,
Benji
Bula's
watches
gonna look
you.
at him and be like, "What are you doing?"
Benji watches you cut it and put it on the ground. He's like, I just polished that. See, there's no point in hospitality out here. But he just like, oh, all right. That was, I guess, some satyr stuff. But yeah, it's fun enough to eat, but you get full and then you don't get hungry again if you eat. So sometimes it's better. You don't want to come in here too full, otherwise you're gonna end up with stomachache the whole trip. Well, all right. I guess I'm gonna turn in since I have a late watch. So bid you all good night. And looks at the researcher, said, "You all better go to sleep too." And the two researchers from Luminara are like also just engrossed in like these books. They've both got just like big old book bags full of books. One of them is a gnome, and his book bag is like bigger than he is, stacked with books and parchments and vials and different things. And they're both like just kind of going through and trying to like identify species of plants in the area. And they can, it seems, they've been identifying a lot of the trees and flora in the area. So it would appear that the plants themselves, as far as these two can tell, aren't like a magical different kind of plant from somewhere else. They belong here on this continent. Oh, we all got shuffled.
I am so sorry. I don't know what happened.
Also square, which is pretty cool.
Okay, and then all of
Everybody-
you change bodies.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Yes.
Wait. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What happened to my camera? You guys. Why is it always me? It's always me.
It's gotta
Okay.
be somebody.
This is incredible. I love when technology goes wrong. My favorite part of using technology.
There we are.
Hey, there you are.
I didn't even touch anything, you guys.
That's okay.
What the heck?
It's these Undying Woods.
Went to bed.
These woods are really messing me up, man.
He's really hungry. That wild magic is just going crazy.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
man.
Benji sort of looks sadly at the apple he cleaned off from our way and then goes and climbs into his tent. Nomi eventually sort of like gives you all a nod and takes one more wineskin and goes to her own tent. The researchers eventually pack their books up and dim their lanterns and go to sleep. So you're all welcome to go to bed. And the first watch, Bula and Maraway. Are you going to tie yourselves together?
Yes. She's not even going to give him the option. She's just going to keep him tied. I mean, she's going to give him, like, some space or whatever, but...
He needs no space.
Alright. Both of you roll a survival check for me as you begin walking the perimeter of camp.
Nat 20, baby.
Ah, 20, baby!
Ooh.
14.
Can't wait for me to need that real bad later.
What it's gonna do for you. You note the difference between the sort of environment last night and tonight. Marwa, you are especially apt to recognize a whole lot of mushrooms further in the wood than there were before, which makes sense. This is a damp, like, temperate forest. Yeah, there's little mushroom clusters all over the place. Some of them are even, like, bioluminescent. Some of them, like, familiar to you, some not so much, but a lot of mushrooms in the undergrowth and, like, those shelf mushrooms on the trees that you're seeing. There's just more tonight than there were the night before that you're seeing with that nat 20. Bula, you're keeping your eyes open pretty well tonight. And you're aware of the little noise, the wind creaking in the trees. You have gotten a lay of the land around your camp pretty well, so you feel like a pretty good perimeter setup as well. And
We just
nothing
kind of-
appears to be really moving around you.
She looks at Marway and she goes, "You see all those mushrooms? Those over there would be really good in a stew. And those kinds are usually so good in an omelet. You just slice them up real good and you put some salt on it. I just really... I mean... I just want to eat!" She's like sniffling, snuffling, snot going everywhere while she's just kind of walking on. She's like, we better find something in here that's good, because we need to get on out. And I just need some dinner.
I think Morroway is gonna be walking, just kind of like watching the apple.
Yeah, like
Pretty
every time you pass
intensely.
it.
Yeah, well, no, I think I have at least half of it in my hand.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's, as your watch goes on, it does not brown.
I'm gonna take a nibble of it.
Still looks fresh. Tastes good.
That's good.
It's a good apple. It's like a little bit sour, green apple. But it's not at all mealy. It's like nice, crisp, juicy apple. Perfect crunch. Okay. And your watch goes by uneventfully. Let me ask, is there tension between Marway and Bula?
I don't know why there would be.
I don't think so. I feel like I wouldn't call it tension. I think it's I think it would very much definitely be Morroway like overly agreeable with Bula.
Okay, just checking. Moving on. You do eventually. Go to bed. Your watch comes to an
What do you
end.
mean by that?
Don't worry about it. Okay, Eidos and Seraphina, eventually those two rouse you for your turn on watch. Are you also tying yourselves together, or are you going to go about this a different way?
Seraphina didn't tie herself to Bula last watch, so it doesn't occur to her to tie each other up for the watch.
Yeah. I think Eidos doesn't request it either.
Yeah, she will emerge from her yurt, and tonight her pajamas are a 3-piece pink silk pajamas, and Glitterbell has a matching set.
Oh god. Alright, Eidos shuffles sleepily out of his low tent, rubbing his eyes.
Yeah, she like pulls up her eye mask, and she's
Eidos
ready
is-
to go.
Eidos is definitely still wearing the same clothes he's hiking in.
Eidos, with your wisdom saving throw earlier, I'm not saying you have to act on it, but you are tempted to wake up the whole group and like keep it moving into the woods. You are bothered. You are annoyed. You cannot really figure out why, but you are annoyed that sleep is taking so long. That's all. You be fun with your watch.
I have to admit, Seraphina, I think this place is starting to get to me.
Yeah, how so? Are you gonna get
feel-
drawn in?
I don't know, I feel adventurous.
What? What does that even mean? I've never heard you say that.
I've never felt it before. It's a horrible thing. I just feel like I have to go somewhere rather than be, content where I am. It's not good. And I don't think it's natural either. So, who knows what may happen tonight? I may wander off into the dark woods. So, no, I'm just kidding. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, you ever wonder what's in there?
No. What are you talking about? Don't
What?
you just
You're-
want to go back to a feather bed? You want to go more into the woods.
No. I was just wondering. I think you're being weird.
I'm being weird.
And Eidos will walk away. It's like, oh, anyway, we have to check the perimeter, or whatever that means.
Okay, Seraphina's gonna keep a really close eye on Eidos. And I imagine she's like trying to follow really closely, but like her heels are like sinking into the ground because it's really wet outside.
All right, both of you can roll your survival checks for keeping watch. Eidos with disadvantage,
No.
because you are not afraid.
Seraphina has a 6.
I might join you. Let's do. Oh, it's either a natural 20 or a 6.
Excellent.
I think maybe Eidos notices that your heels are sucking into the sod here, and we should start talking about shoes. Maybe we've got to get you some, broad-heeled boots or something like that to help you along. These stilettos are not going to cut it.
These are perfectly functional, and she's just like slogging along each step.
Maybe it's workout equipment. It's not suited for this terrain. You're gonna get tired yourself out.
They basically
What
look
about-
like a wedge heel because of how much mud is between the heel and the platform.
That's what all those Pilates classes were for, and she like keeps trudging.
Yes, Pilates is canon on Dion. Absolutely. Seraphina takes Pilates and bar class twice a week. Okay. As far as you can tell, your watch goes by uneventfully.
Okay. Before we go back, I think Seraphina's gonna have Glitterbell hang out with Eidos to make sure he doesn't wander away, because he's saying pretty strange things that she's never heard him say before.
And it's just like a slight draw, right? Like at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, you're not actively
Yeah.
being you feel like you still have your faculties about you. You are just like emotional a little bit, like very annoyed about the fact that you guys aren't still moving in. But you are conscious of that as well. You knew that this could
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
Okay, so he knows that it's out of character.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. As do you. Like, you can tell he's just kind of, like, moody in a way that's, like, not Eidos moody. Or not for an Eidos reason. Maybe it's Eidos levels of moodiness, but not for the typical reason.
Yeah, he's not
No
brooding.
flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got wanderlust, and that's very unlike him. Okay, but your watch ends, and you can wake up your next watchers if you're ready. That would be Killian and Amelia.
Killian, it's time.
Yeah. All right. I'm
I
awake.
would wake up the apprentice, but I'm afraid of Barda. That's on you.
All right. I'll do it. I'll dare to go in there.
They do have two separate tents. The apprentices is like much smaller. It's like the kind of one where you crawl in and it's like barely big enough to like turn over. Inside it's just barely a little like sleeping bag tent kind of situation. But she's like a light sleeper, so you hear as you sort of approach and say or do whatever you do to sort of rouse her. She's immediately like, I'm up, I'm ready, okay, I'm ready. She's like, you can hear her sort of rustling around, trying to get out of this tiny tent with her dignity intact. She eventually comes out and sort of like brushes and pulls a cloak around her. And she's like, okay, so I have to be honest, I've only been with the choir for a few months, and they don't train you much when they send you out on mission, but I will do my best, and I would appreciate it very much if you would pull the weight that I don't know how to pull.
That's okay. No worries. I just need you to be an extra set of eyes. If you see anything of concern or worry, just let me know, okay?
Yes, of course. Yes, good idea. I will keep my eyes peeled. And she puts on these like cute little like glasses. She seems to be a bit nearsighted. And pulls her hood on to try and keep herself a little bit warmer. She seems to have like a little bit of a chill, and she's like, should we tie ourselves together? I don't feel particularly like wandering away, but I know we're a bit worried. Are you concerned? Do you feel okay? I should have asked that first.
Oh, I'm feeling quite all right. But if it'll make you feel more comfortable, absolutely, we can tie ourselves together.
Oh, I'm comfortable with that. It's okay. I'm comfortable. She seems like very shy. It's all right. So just keep an eye open. You don't feel like you're gonna wander away, right? That would
No.
not be good. I don't
What-
know that I could stop you.
Yeah, probably not. But
Even if we
are
were
you
teamed
okay?
together, you would probably just drag me along. I feel fine. I feel pretty okay. I'd really love to be back in a city with people. The woods are not a place I'm used to being, so I don't particularly feel like I want to be here, to be honest. Please do not tell Barda I said that.
That's okay, as we can keep that between us. It's not a problem.
Thank you. She is intense.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Please don't tell her I said that either. Shoot, I am bad at this.
No, this is a completely between us conversation here. Don't worry about it. I was just quite curious. She seems a little bit pushy for a missionary.
I'm trying very hard to think of a kinder word than pushy, and all words seem to be escaping me. So sure, yes. She is pushy. She's very quiet as you pass by camp. She keeps glancing over at Barda's tent, like expecting to see something.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, how was it that you were put in her charge?
Oh, well, many of us are. She's sort of the leader of this mission that we're on. We knew this area is a bit of a refugee crisis, pretty much year-round, every year. The dawn of Dionic time, so it's a great honor to be on this mission at all, and to be learning from Barda, who is so much a chosen of Dion. I don't know how I was so unlucky to end up apprentice, but here I am. Please don't tell her I said that.
Oh, I can definitely tell there's some kind platitudes you're giving to her, and I'm not too oblivious to those myself. I grew up in a religious order myself.
Which one?
Well, I am one of the members of the Protectorate of Oasis.
She like very quickly like is your cloak on like with your emblem out or with your emblem hidden?
I probably have it like flipped upside down or like so it's like reversed. So
the
if
emblem
you
is
do,
like on the inside.
yeah, so if you do lift it up, you will be able to see it.
Yeah, she like leans and looks at your back and then quickly like pulls it. And she's like a slight human, but she's pretty quick. So she just like pulls it and she says, "You're with the Protectorate. Ah, incredible. We love Oasis. Well, please tell me all about that. That is difficult and scary work. What sort of beasts have you fought? What is your rank? Tell me everything. I am fascinated."
Well, I mean, I've fought quite a wide variety of creatures, both monstrous in nature, some demonic in nature. Me and my party here have even ventured down into the hells. Not by choice, but we were in fact dragged there, some might say. But yeah, just casual day for a member of the Protectorate, defending the people and all that. And I myself am an Inquisitor.
You're in it, but you're so young. You must be quite accomplished.
Inquisitor in training. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Truth be told, I came originally to the Middle Continent on my my final task to become a full-fledged Inquisitor.
Fascinating. And is that how you ended up in the hells? Forgive me, I have stars in my eyes. This is quite embarrassing for me, but this is so fascinating. As a daughter of Dion, I am floored. I've never gotten to meet someone from the Protector.
No, that's
So glamorous when you're
that's quite
imagining
all right.
it from stories.
Well, I don't believe that there's too many of us over here on this continent here. We're more regulated over to the Middle Continent and Cordia, of course, but yeah, it's my journeys have brought us here, and it seems like we're going to be brought many places throughout Dion. So yeah, that's kind of long and short of it.
I've never met a man who's been to the hells and back, so color me very impressed. I have been on no such wonderful adventures, but it's always fun to get to hear of it, so thank you.
Well, how long
So
have you
tell
been?
me-
How long have you been with the missionary here, the choir?
Oh, only a few months. It's an embarrassing story. Well, I didn't have much else to fall into, and the choir, were welcoming of girls with my demeanor and disposition, I suppose. So, here I am, and I am, if I'm good at anything, it's, my mother tells me it's following orders and doing chores, which turns out are both very necessary skills in a missionary. So, I have succeeded enough to get to be Barda's apprentice.
And
And it is an honor.
I don't mean to pry, but Killian's just gonna like look around at this forest. It seems quite the strange place to have a missionary group join in on an expedition. Would you say that that's accurate? It's a little bit strange that that's the course of action that Barda decided to take.
Well, this continent is a place where the choir does quite a bit of work for different communities. There's a bit of warmongering that happens farther east, and but amongst the tribes. So we tend to follow where the small folk need us the most. So this continent is not so strange for us to be on. Here with the Undying Woods, well, there's a bit of a refugee crisis when the woods sort of spreads or takes more land. It doesn't happen often. I've what I've read and what Barda has told me is that Benji's town was one of those such towns that ended up refugees in various. Though very few make it when that happens. So I suppose I hadn't questioned too deeply why we are called here, but it is not my place to question these things.
And once again, I apologize if I am prying a little bit too much, but my instincts are kicking in a little bit. I just, given what you've told me about, your particular skill set and Barda's particular skill set, it doesn't make too much sense to me as to why you would join us on a dangerous expedition into the Undying Woods. I feel like your services would be better suited for the camp.
Well, were I not an apprentice of a great leader, I may ask myself those same questions. But as I said, it doesn't seem to be my place, and I fear the wrath of my mistress more than anything else. So I wish I had a better answer for you, but I don't know why we're here necessarily, except that we have been called by Dion herself, and it is our prerogative to answer the call.
And Killian will just kind of grab at her arm, I would say here, and just kind of say to her, if you feel like you're in any sort of danger at all, just let me know, okay?
Roll an insight check.
All right. Insight. That's a 10.
She blushes. She looks quite serious, like she hears what you just offered and is sort of mulling it over for a second. And she says, aren't we all in danger? And it does make me feel better to know that we have a protectorate member, almost inquisitor, with us. I am in no more fear than the rest of us should feel being in a place this dangerous. But thank you, and I will tell you if that changes. I promise.
All right. Well, we don't have too much longer until our watch is over. You've done splendidly so far.
Well, I feel like all I've done is chat about my very boring life and my very interesting apprenticeship, but thank you all the same for the compliment.
Well, sometimes that's all you do on watches. Just chit-chat and just keep an eye out.
Perhaps we should watch. Let's go ahead and roll a survival check. That's an @1 for you, girl.
All right, I'm going to use my little human-y heroic inspiration just to roll again. Oh, 7. Wait, yes, 7. Survival. Because I also rolled a @1, but my inspiration pulled it up to a 7.
Yeah, from what you can tell, nothing. There's not a lot of there's truly, genuinely, not a lot of movement that you see in these woods. Not really animals at this point. Plenty of greenery, plenty of wind and rustling, and some bugs and such flying around, but not a lot of beastie things moving in the woods that you block.
All right, and as our watch comes to an end, Killian will make sure to escort her back to her tent and then head back to his.
She awkwardly curtsies with her nightgown. Lord Inquisitor, thank you for being so gallant. Good night. Crawls into her tent, very unbecoming.
And then I'll go wake up Nomi and Benji.
You guys all hear it wakes everybody in the camp. Big bovine yawn. Out of their tents and stretch. Half moo, half yawn from both of them. They both sort of shake off the sleep and go into their watch. Benji says, all right, thanks, Mr. Killian. report? Anything to note that I should know?
No, nothing of note on our watch, and no one else has seen anything either. Everything's been rather quiet. So hopefully the same can be said for your watch.
All right, well, I'll let you know. I'll holler if anything goes sideways, but we're both feeling pretty good, so. All right, Nomi, let's start the rounds. And they...
If that woke us up, I think for the remainder of the night, I'm going to be reading my extra dimensional book.
Sure. Just by lamplight, candlelight.
Yeah, well, I've got the light cantrip, so
Yes.
definitely not eavesdropping at all.
Not at all. Why would you
Not
feel the
for a
need to?
moment.
Well, then roll a perception. No. Yeah, investigation. You're purposefully listening. Investigation check for me.
No bonuses. It's only a 13.
Only a 13. Okay, what you are going to get for that 13 and for taking the initiative to eavesdrop. At one point you think maybe from a distance you hear like something that sounds like far away or tomorrow day or something along those lines. Spoken by Benji. Otherwise, their watch also seems to go by as the sun eventually rises. You see it get lighter outside. You hear others start to stir as the morning gets warmer and the mist rolls in. You all wake up to another fresh morning. And with that fresh morning, I'm going to have everybody roll us another wisdom check. This is going to have a higher DC. We're getting further in here. Wisdom saving throw.
Are people
My bad.
close to me at all? Oh, are people close to me at all? Any of my party members nearby me?
You're all
Me too.
around the same camp, so yeah.
Well, if you're close by, Killian, you can add a +4 to your save.
+4?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hot dog. I need
I got a
that.
nat 20 for a total of 28.
Wow. Serafina has a 20, yeah. Not
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Dirty little 20.
And this is a magical effect, yes?
Yes, it is.
Just double checking.
Yes.
Mine
Yes.
altogether is an 18.
18 for Boo.
Kill-
Ados,
Killian-
was yours in that 20? Is that what I saw?
Mine was not 20.
Ooh.
Cool.
Killian got 25.
25. All right. Beautiful. All right.
This
Though the
person got
DC was
shit on
higher.
us.
Yeah, though the DC was higher, those rolls were excellent. Ados, you and Bula both wake up feeling less anxious. You feel like you've started to come to your senses a bit. Otherwise, the camp, once again, packs up their things, gets ready, and rolls out for day 3 of travel. Exciting stuff. Anything changing for this day of travel?
It's a
I'm
ain't
gonna
broke
have Eden with me as we travel today.
You're what? Taking Eden?
I'm going to have Eden with us.
Wonderful.
Oh, how's the apple doing?
How's who doing? Oh, the apple?
The apple.
It looks fresh as if you just cut it.
Yes.
Not a brown spot. If you were to crunch into that thing, it'd still be crunchy and crispy and delicious.
Okay. Okay.
Killian's just gonna walk by.
I'm
Ooh, an
gonna do
apple.
Bula sees him pick it up and she's like, what's the point? What's the point?
I guess I'll just continue nibbling on the one I already started nibbling on, since it probably is also fresh.
Yeah, they're both fresh as they could be. Okay. Yeah, you all pack up. We start off in the same sort of configuration as yesterday. Killian, Casimir, everybody else tied together. Let me roll a thing. Right quick. You guys see before you take off from camp, Nomi approaches Benji, and they have sort of like a quiet, too quiet to hear, but a tense conversation. And Benji sort of like nudges her into the center of the group and makes sure that she's tied to like some of you guys. Like he probably ties her to like Bula and Eidos. And Nomi's just like, sorry y'all, I'm not feeling myself. It happens. I'm alright.
Oh, no worries. That's why we're here, taking precautions. Felt a little froggy myself last night.
Yeah, place does that to you. It just seems pretty put off by it. All right, but we gotta move, guys. Let's go. Someone watch the rear for me since I'm in a bit of a shape, a bit of a state.
Yeah, Killian will head back there.
Okay. And you take off, and everybody, do you want to give the survival check to Benji again with advantage? Or do you want to do a group check?
Give it to Benji.
He's still feeling good.
Crushing it.
Yeah, he appears to be looking good. Didn't quite roll as well as yesterday, but still over 20. So he is good to go on watch. And he leads you further in, and partway through the day, he sort of like moves his ropes and sort of like sidles up a little closer to Marway and says, you know some stuff about like plants and things, right?
I know a little bit, yes.
I'm not like specifically that kind of druid, but you see all these like mushroomy things? There's so much more, and you notice there are even more today than you were yesterday. Like, and some of them are big. They're getting to be like dinner plate sized, larger mushrooms growing here and there. He's like, I've always kind of wondered, are these naturally occurring, do you think? They're always the same. But do you think they're just going to get bigger? We've never made it past what will be tomorrow, where we'll be tomorrow, but I don't know if they're just going to keep getting bigger. What if this whole place becomes a forest of mushrooms?
And you could make a steak out of that one. And this kind over here, did you know that if you cut it in just the right way, you could make the best chicken marsala?
He's like, man, those ones on the tree are really good for like a vegetarian pasta. Sorry,
Can I make either a nature or an arcana check on these mushrooms?
Sure, I'll let you pick which one.
Oh, shit.
You don't know what to assume about them. They are still.
I'm gonna go arcana.
Yeah, okay.
I think.
Go ahead.
23.
23. Okay. You spend a little bit more time during this day of travel, like looking at particular species that are a little bit more rare to you, ones that you don't quite recognize, ones that are especially large for the type of mushroom that they are. Do you run anything like detect magic, or are you just sort of like looking for like any sort of sign
everything
of like,
is magic. Last time I did that, I feel like I got like flashbanged.
That's accurate.
Are these myconids?
They don't appear to be sentient. Like, you start poking and talking to them, and they're not talking back. You rolled a 19, you said?
No, I rolled 16,
16.
24.
24, okay. Yeah, they don't appear to be myconids. What they do appear to be is cultivated. Cared for. Placed in places where they would be able to grow this size. Now, what you do know, Benji just told you, they don't change. They don't appear to be growing. He's like, that one has always been up to my knees. That one's been at that point on that tree. He's like, they never change. None of the plants here ever change. There's fallen trees that don't rot. And he'll like point one out, and it's got mushrooms all along, like underneath where it's a little bit shadier and wetter.
But they don't grow. They just stay.
I've never seen them get bigger, or I've never seen new ones pop up. And mushrooms, they usually live, like you know better than I do, they usually live days maybe, and then they dry out and die off, and more ones come up somewhere else. Or the patches get bigger.
I was gonna pull half of the apple that he still has to kind of show off that it also is not aging.
Like, yep, Yep, nothing in here changes. And if we don't have to eat, what are the mushrooms eating? Like, mushrooms are like decomposers, right? Like, what? I don't know. It's just, these are the thoughts that I usually have quietly. This kind of weird nonsense.
I mean, if we're not eating, then maybe the mushrooms are not eating either. Especially if they're not getting bigger.
Yeah. So everything's just kind of stuck. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. More to think about.
Hold on, I'm going through my spells real quick. Okay. I want to do something a little out of pocket. I would like to, at 3rd level, cast just aren't growing, or if things are incapable of growing.
Your mic cut out right when you said the spell. What spell is it?
Shoot. Plant growth.
3rd level plant growth. Okay, so you're going to do that on what? Like, are you just going to try and make a new plant grow? Or are you going to try and make a current plant grow bigger?
Yeah, I think if there's any, like, grass around us, that's what I want to go for. Something not like, a mushroom.
Okay, yeah, you find
I just want
some,
to see
like...
if things can grow.
Yeah, sure. So you find some, like, underbrush grass. You go and cast that at 3rd level. Does not grow. You feel
Okay,
like...
things are incapable of growing.
The matter is not able to... Like, you are used to, like, feeling the... Like, plants that you cast this spell on, you can feel them, you connect with them, and you can feel them, like, soaking up more water and nutrients from around. You feel them, like, their cells multiplying to get bigger. And it feels like there's no fuel here. There's no water movement, there's no cell regrowth or regeneration, there's nothing happening. You can't age it. It will not grow.
That's a little suspicious.
But it feels like a healthy plant, healthy patch of grass.
I have to sit on that knowledge for a little bit.
As is your right. Yeah, and the rest of you, what you'll notice today, aside from these, like, ever increasingly large mushrooms, you are going to notice that, though it's taken you a bit of time to really pick it up with those survival checks there, this, like, cycle of plant growth, this is a continent where, like, it goes, some of this doesn't have frigid winter where all the plant growth would die, but the sort of cycle of growth that this forest is currently in does not match up with the, like, midsummer season, the hot season that you were in just in Bear's Rash. It's almost like some of the stuff here is like autumn dead, like leaves have fallen, some plants are bare or like dried yellow, as opposed to like everything being lush and green as if it was like spring or summer. It would appear to be like late autumn almost. There's still a lot of green, so a lot of the plants are made to survive this like chillier, drier season. But it would appear that the seasonal sort of cycle of all the plant life does not match up with what it was in Bear's Rash. So that's what you've noticed. Otherwise, your day of travel goes by pretty uneventful. if you can consider all uneventful. Nothing jumps out and attacks you. You continue along. You keep a steady watch. Nomi seems like bothered, trying to lead from behind, being like, gotta just get to that last, like, standing stone. If we can just get past those last standing stones. And Benji's like, no, you're being weird. You got that forest madness. You calm down or back. Okay, you're right. Sorry. I just want to have this expedition go better than every other one we've ever done, because I want to know what's going on. But she seems like frustrated at herself, because she is acutely aware the fact that she is sort of being by the wood at this point. And let's take a really quick 10-minute break before we go into day 4 of travel in our overnight watch. So we will come back in about 15 minutes. So that's going to be, oh gosh, math. That's like 23 after the hour, give or take. So yeah, come on back about 23 after the hour. Nope, that's only 5 minutes. What is time? 33 after the hour. Come back at about 1/2 past. We'll be here.
That works.
Come see us. Don't leave. Watch what happens when the mushrooms attack.
Spoiler.
What?
Don't worry about
Okay,
it. Welcome back, gang. Okay. So, it is time for your 3rd night in the Undying Wood. 3rd watch must be set up. Once again, Benji and Nomi start to sort of set up camp. Nomi's a little bit less helpful this time around because Benji is keeping her by his side instead of them sort of dividing and conquering to help everybody else get set up. Otherwise, you all are welcome to sort of set up who wants to take watch with who.
I think we're still on Be Back Soon screen. As soon as I said it. Cool.
Nope. Yep. How embarrassing. We are all kinds of tech savvy tonight. I spent that whole break trying to pair headphones and it did not work.
Well, Killian will volunteer to go first.
I think Bula will go ahead and go with him. She does not like to be woken once she is good and asleep, so she's gonna take that first watch with him.
You'll notice.
She's gonna make sure that somebody else is outside of the tent where Maraway is sleeping. So either like Seraphina's in her yurt, so I guess it would be Eidos. And she just like almost picks him up and plants him in front of the door to the tent. She says, "Stay here."
I was gonna go to sleep early tonight, but okay. I can do that for you.
You can sleep. Just sleep in front of the tent.
And he just falls over. It's kind of sleepy from last night, being all, antsy over wanting to explore the forest. So he'll take 4th watch.
Benji comes over to you all as you're sort of deciding who's going to take what watch, and he says, Nomi is feeling some type of way today, so I don't think it's a good idea for her to go to watch. So I'm going to ask both Barda and Amelia to take watches tonight so that Nomi can just sleep it off, if that works for you all.
As long as they're not together.
Ideally, we probably want to split them up.
That's very wise. Who wants to take who?
I'll take Barda.
I will take Amelia.
The way you said that was hilarious.
Alright, so that leaves Maraway and Benji.
Oh, does it?
Oh, weird.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
How did this happen?
What?
Benji says, alright, Maraway, it's you and me again, bud. What order do you want to take these watches in? I know, Eidos, you said you and Barda will go 4th watch. Does it matter, Seraphina and Maraway, who goes when? Have any preference? Alright, we'll do Maraway and Benji on the 2nd watch, and Seraphina and Amelia on the 3rd. And then Eidos and Barda last. Killian and Bula. You watch everybody else make their bedroll. Eidos, Bula, you watch Eidos crawl into his sleeping bag in front of Maraway's tent door.
Mhm.
You note that, like, Nomi sets up her tent much closer to where Benji usually sleeps, so that he can kind of keep a closer eye on her when he's not on watch. Otherwise, everybody rolls off to bed, and Killian and Bula, go ahead and roll for me a survival check for your first watch.
15.
14.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, as you're walking, you hear the loud snoring that tends to come from Barda's tent every night, and the quieter snoring from everybody else. And yeah, now that you've like been talking about them, the mushrooms are a bit unsettling. It's a different kind of forest now than it was when you first started. But otherwise, it is still very beautiful out. When you take your rounds, nothing seems to pop out of the dark at you. You both feel fine from your wisdom check earlier. Is there anything particular you need to discuss?
Hey, Killian.
Yeah. What's up?
You were with that one chick last night. Not the scary one, the other one.
Amelia.
Yeah. What do you think is going on there? Why are they even here?
I tried to pull that out of her yesterday, but she kind of went to like the default religious answer, which, truth be told, I didn't wholeheartedly believe. The first night that we were all here, Eidos had overheard Barda and Nomi, and it seems as though Barda is looking for something here. Not entirely sure what that is, and I couldn't pull that information out of Amelia, but I'm definitely erring on the side of caution when it comes to what their true purpose with this expedition is.
This doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find those kind of ladies in, huh?
I said the exact same thing. I was like, there's no combat skills or really any like survival skills when it comes to traversing a place like this, and they just...
And I don't think these mushrooms are looking for somebody to save their soul. And she just kind of laughs and she like pops one of the mushrooms. Does it do anything? Does it...
Falls over it. The stem breaks. The stalk breaks. It just
kind of like...
sideways. Yeah. Spores.
Yeah.
Now that mushroom is going to be like that forever, apparently, if you just leave it like that.
Yeah, odd thing that. I don't know what's going on with the time here, but if I was a rooster, I wouldn't know when to crow, that's for sure.
I mean, I can usually, time out the day by how often you eat. So it's throwing my internal clock off, not seeing you eat, semi-hourly.
As soon as he brings that up, she's been trying to keep her.
Or you've cut out.
Okay, I was wondering if it was just.
I know. And she just gets real sad and tears.
Oh, Bula, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it up. I don't see you cry often.
I miss eating dinner.
I mean, you can
and snacks.
You can still eat. It's just not satisfying in any way whatsoever.
There's no room left in my belly. That's never happened to me before. And she just starts to come undone a little bit. She was doing good until he had to bring it up.
It's okay.
You've seen Bula be through some truly traumatic experiences with you all, and this is the most upset you have ever seen her.
Killian's rather flabbergasted as to what to do in this situation. Bula, when we get out of here, we'll have the biggest feast. You'll be able to drink and eat everything that your heart desires.
Well, when are we going home? I mean, I know we're looking for something, and apparently they are too, but I need a snack.
Well, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off here, Bula. We're probably gonna be here for another couple of days at the very least. We still haven't gotten as far as Benji's gotten on his last voyage out here. I think he said by day's end tomorrow will probably be as far as he's ever gotten, so I expect us to be out here for at least a few more days after that.
You just hear her make the biggest, nastiest, snottiest snuffle ever.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Maybe we'll get to some place in the forest and you'll be hungry again.
Maybe. I mean, there's other weird stuff going on, right?
There's plenty of weird stuff going on. Have you not seen all these mushrooms? terrifying, whatever these are.
It's terrifying because I can't taste them, and I don't know which one's better, a souffle versus a casserole.
Well, I mean, like, you could, like, collect them and then, you know, try them out at some point when you're able to eat again.
You're right.
Maybe we think of it. We think of it like a almost like an appetizer before you're actually able to eat them, but the appetizer is collecting all the ingredients. You know?
No, an appetizer is something you eat.
All right. Well,
And then she just immediately starts like taking off little pieces of the mushrooms and putting it in a folding.
Whatever cooks do before food comes out, that's what you're doing right now.
So she's kind of not even paying attention now. She's just taking one of her little paring knives and she's taking samples.
Killian's just watching her, you know, at the smallest gleam of like joy that she's had in her whole time here as she's collecting these mushrooms.
All right. For posterity, Robin, go ahead and add however many mushrooms and their sizes to your inventory, just in case we need that later. You never know.
Ooh. Wonderful. All right.
All right. Otherwise, your watch goes fairly uneventfully, and you are welcome to wake up Marway and Benji for their date. I mean, watch.
Bula, do you want to wake up Marway?
Yeah, she'll very unceremoniously move Eidos from in front of the tent.
You can just drag him by the end of this.
She takes the end of his bedroll and she just kind of drags him across. He's like, ugh. She doesn't even. She's like, it's fine. She goes and she wakes up Marway for watch.
And you hear Benji eventually stir and get up, and once again a big cow stretch, big moo, and a yawn. He says, "All right, well, Marway, don't mind me if I keep a second eye on my sister's tent, since she's feeling a little different tonight. But otherwise, let's get to walking. I'll walk with you."
I'm gonna send Eden to his sister's tent just in case.
He notices and kind of gives you a little grateful nod. Thank you, that does make me feel better.
And then I would like to run my hand over the crescent part of my staff, turning it black as shadow, and we're gonna cast Pass Without Trace just in case.
Fascinating. Okay.
Because I ain't getting caught out without Bula.
Right.
Okay, cool. Benji starts his usual sort of meandering stroll. He says, I really do like walking. So I'm particularly good at this job, walking in and out of the Undying Wood. Where I'm walking is not exactly my favorite, but it's kind of nice walking with you, right? Do you like to go for walks?
It's pretty nice. It mainly feels good on my hooves compared to when we're in the city.
Oh yeah, like cobblestone and oh gosh, what's that?
It's not the most comfortable
stuff they make with the sandstone and makes it all one big slab of just like hard, spiky rock stuff. Hate that. Concrete. That's what they call it. Ugh. Hate the way that feels on my hooves. Shows you his big old bovine feet. I much prefer the grass. I'm just kind of quietly keeps meandering, comfortable silence. Go ahead and roll a survival check, please. You can use your Pass Without Trace, right? Is it on him too?
Yeah, well, that's just stealth checks.
Okay. Oof, he did not roll well. He seems distracted tonight.
It's gonna be a 19.
19. Okay, good thing you are not distracted. The mushrooms tonight, some of them like come up to your waist. You're not like a short boy. They're huge. Some of them, and there's still plant life around. But it is half mushrooms at this point, as far as like quote unquote shrubbery around you.
Okay.
I can see the cogs turning inside Bobby's mind about how to figure out what's going on.
Well, no. I'm like, okay, do I want to cast Detect Magic to see if I can actively see, like, crazy stuff with the risk of going flashbang and dropping Pass Without Trace? I don't think so.
Do you? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna drop Pass Without Trace.
You are welcome to do another investigation of the mushrooms of some kind if you would like. If you want to.
Sure, we'll do a nature.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that for me.
I think you spoke a little too soon because I am also a little distracted right now. With oh shit, just kidding. That modifier is decent. It's a 12. It was a 5.
Okay. Yeah, once again, they seem to be like natural growth, if not like cared for. At this point, they are too big to truly be natural growth. And that's what you would know, like, nature-wise about these things. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Are we, as we journey, direction-wise, are we moving towards that tower?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. It is, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, your watch passes uneventfully. You can go ahead and wake up the next people, who are going to be Seraphina and Amelia.
Seraphina comes out with Glitterbell. She's wearing long, flowing red silk robes. She comes out. She's ready. And she's also, this time she's wearing, on her head, it's Ados's circlet. She did not return it.
Orin is asleep.
It's not clear whether she yeah, it's
For a
not clear
long
whether she's
time.
sleeping with it or she's just wearing it for this watch.
Okay. You come out looking regal as all hell. Amelia sees you and like tries to like brush the wrinkles out of her like just linen night shift. Kind of looks down at herself a little bit like a little bit, what is the word I'm looking for? Not self-assured,
Go conscious?
conscious. Yes, thank you.
Seraphina,
in your red silk.
Seraphina sees this and she will cast Prestidigitation on her to like help iron out her wrinkles.
Oh, thank you, my lady. That is very kind. I'm glad that we're taking watch tonight. I've been meaning to get to know you. I'm Amelia, by the way. It's her hand out to shake your hand.
I remember. Don't worry. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go. Go ahead and roll your survival check. Do the same for her.
I have an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. She has
A dirty 20. I
filthy 20. We always go for sexy here. Got an unsexy 9. So she, you know, you get the gist that she doesn't appear to be like super comfortable in the woods. She's not wearing the right shoes. She's not a hiker. So much like you, she's more focused on like not tripping over her own skirts kind of thing.
yeah, Seraphina's in her heels too, so she's also not exactly wearing the right shoes, but Seraphina won't admit it.
I like to think that you both eventually just like stop and don't even like do the round, leaving it in a nice clear spot.
We got eyes. We got eyes on us.
It's not a big camp. It's really not a big camp. I mean, I don't know why we would have to walk all the way around. The only person we should be worried about is Nomi, and we can hear her snoring, so.
Agreed. So, what brings you out here with all your friends?
I wouldn't call them my friends. I mean, that's essentially like my boss, sort of, I guess. Yeah, I'm a missionary. It's my calling. I'm here to help people because I don't think I'm very good at much else. Sort of fell into it. How did you end up here adventuring? You're like an actual lady, right? Like royalty? Sorry, I should not be making eye contact. I'm not around nobles very much.
Seraphina does not correct her.
She was just like, she was sort of half joking, and then she's like, okay, I really put my foot in it. Okay.
Well, Adis and I went to Luminara, so we are just here continuing our studies. But, are there a lot of people to help out here in the woods? That seems curious. Why don't you tell me more about that?
Sir Killian was asking me the same question. I mean, not that we know of, right? But isn't the point, the whole reason they keep doing these expeditions is to try and find the people who have been lost in here, or figure out how to help the people who lived here once. So I can only assume that we're trying to figure out if there's anybody here to help, or how to help the people who live around the wood. And we can't save people from the wood if we don't stop the wood from being what it is. I have to assume. I mean, Barda doesn't tell me much, if I'm being honest.
Can I tell if she's telling the truth of what she knows?
You may roll an insight check.
I have a 6.
She seemed, more than anything, you note that she seems a little bit like cautious because you're asking almost the exact same questions Killian asked her the night before. And she's starting to be like, why are they asking so many questions about missionaries? But that is the vibe you get, that she's just like, she's not usually asked questions at all. She just seems like a shy apprentice who isn't used to being important.
Well, that seems to make sense, and a good use of your skills out here finding people in the woods.
Yes, my mother always said that I am meek enough that I am not unlikable. So I guess I'm good at this. I didn't get it either. Can you tell me what that means? Is my mom bullying me?
Well, I think you don't always have to be so meek, and I think you'd be likable, maybe even more so if you weren't.
But what if I just am shy? Do I need to change?
Okay,
Should I change myself? Do I seem boring?
No.
He's like having a crisis at this point. It's like, does anybody like me? She said I wasn't unlikable. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think we're having such a good time on this watch. I think we're killing it.
I strongly disagree, but thank you for being kind anyway.
We're like not walking around at all. We're just standing there.
Standing there discussing her likability. She's like, I'm sorry. I think I've been working with Barda for too long. I've been her apprentice pretty much since I started with the missionaries. I have a feeling that she doesn't keep apprentices very long. I just feel like maybe it's taking a toll on my self-esteem. Do you think Killian is cute?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, do you think he's cute? Do you want me to talk to him for you?
No, please don't. Oh my god, no.
Oh my gosh.
No. I would rather you didn't. I don't know why I asked that. I am married to the job.
Oh my gosh, no,
He is
not
cute
at
though,
all. Oh my gosh,
How are
yeah!
you not like
yeah.
intimidated by, I mean, everybody, really?
Oh my gosh. They should be intimidated by me.
I agree. I'm pretty intimidated by you right now.
I know. It's okay.
Where's-
I understand.
Where do you shop?
Oh, I mean, I get all of my clothes custom made. So it's really hard to find.
That's probably expensive, right?
Is it?
We don't really, I don't really get paid. Okay, it's not important that I look good. It is important that I do Dion's work. Well,
Oh, you look really happy in this job because it sounds like, I don't know, Barda doesn't sound that great.
well, part is, you know, necessary. It's hard to do the work we do for very long, and she's been doing it for a long time. And people trust her because she says what needs to be said, right? I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why she's in charge, but she is, and she does get things done. I've seen her do good work for people so far. She just has a different way of going about things. Maybe less pleasant, but people need food and water, not kindness. Every time. That sounds bad. She's not unkind.
Do you trust Barda?
Yes, yeah. I trust her implicitly. She's well respected in the church. I've never seen her hurt a fly. Non-verbally, anyway. She's a bit mean. I mean, what am I supposed to say? My boss.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you should find a better boss. Isn't there just like another division you can be in where there's like a nicer boss or something? Like, can't you just like ask your mom to help move you to like another division?
I mean, my mom doesn't know anybody. We knew like
okay.
the tiny little clergy in my hometown, and yeah, I basically had nothing else going for me. I didn't have enough money. And I'm not trained in anything. I'm not strong or brave. I just needed something to do with my life, and this worked out fine enough. I'm happy. I'm happy doing this. I like people. I like to travel new places, and I get to do that here.
Can Seraphina tell if she's really enjoying her job?
You're welcome to roll another insight roll.
Okay. It's a dirty 20. I remember it this time.
As much as she seems like she doesn't enjoy working under Barda. She seems like genuinely well disposed to this sort of line of work. Like she genuinely, when she says she wants to help people, that seems true. She just, she's working her way up from the bottom, and she's here, and that's where she's at.
Yeah, well, it seems like you really like helping people. I wonder if Killian could find you a job that you might enjoy. Talk to him about it in the morning. Okay.
Please don't do that. Oh no, I'm
Yeah, anyway.
Oh my god.
Have a good night. And she like closes her door.
Never just. This is why you don't have friends. Just like bangs on Ados's tent and says, "Your turn, Ados and Barda. I'm going to bed now."
Ados bolts upright in his sleeping bag outside of his tent from where Bulu drug him. Yeah, right away.
You hear Barda grumbling to herself as she crawls out of her larger tent. Little halfling woman on short legs.
All right, yeah, Ados will head over to her tent and wait for her to collect herself so they can take their leisurely stroll around the perimeter.
Yes, I am ready when you are, Mr. Nawat. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Lord Nawat.
Either works for me. Shall we?
We shall. She starts walking. Go ahead and roll your survival check.
Oh no. Oh, that is sorry. 13.
13. Okay. She rolled a 19 for a dirty 22.
Nice, thank you, Barda.
Yeah, she seems on the job. She still considers herself the leader, and she is leading. In fact, she's telling you where to look, micromanaging you.
Eidos doesn't take well to that. He will be a little belligerent. I think so much so that he'll take out his flask and hold it out to her. It's like, would you like a drink? Keep us company.
Even in places where alcohol is useful, I do not imbibe. It would not be becoming of a child of Dion. But I thank you for the generous offer.
Oh, well, I'm never one to turn down anything useful. And Eidos will pretend to take a swig. He's going to block the opening. He doesn't want that bloated, full feeling, especially since it's not going to get him drunk. But he just wants her to think that he's taking a shot.
Okay. She walks quietly, briskly, pointing out, now check the east, now the south, now the tree line, now the ground.
So what's the choir like? He'll interrupt her as she's muttering all this stuff.
Are you interested in joining a career of giving?
Well, I do find myself wayward and wandering without purpose or direction in life. Just looking for, some greater purpose. So yeah, I guess you could say that. But I don't know anything about your order.
Well, if you haven't heard from us, you must be from somewhere that has no need, like the choir, but those less fortunate call us missionaries. We are simply called together to give what skills we have to communities in need where they are needed. Much like your friend's order. I assume Killian is of the Protectorate, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Much like them, only less militant and more feeding and sheltering and giving them the resources they need to thrive after disasters.
Sounds like wonderful work.
It is the most fulfilling work there is.
Indeed. So how do you judge which groups need your assistance?
Well, we go to places where natural disasters occur, where there is war or famine or conflict of whatever sort, and we are not a large organization, but there are enough of us. We may assign a certain amount of choral workers to the places that need us most. We go where we are called.
Oh, noble. So why were you called here? It seems like they have their operations pretty well and underway. I see no homeless nor needy.
Well, where there is a cursed land, someone must figure out what to do about it, and that someone is going to be me. I was called by she racks her brain for a minute. The gods. To make this land livable again. There are people who are displaced who could use a home as beautiful as this on this continent, and this was someone's home once too. There are still refugees out there who lived on this land before, and I would like very much to see them reinstated in their home.
Sure. That seems like a wide swath of assistance you hand out to those in need. Throughout time, even, because hasn't this been here since the pre-Dionic, or since the Dionic Wars? Yes,
indeed it has. However, you've heard them say it does occasionally spread and take new land. Mr. Adden is one such example, and his sister. Every now and then, things change, and more of the land gets swallowed up, and there are still refugees actively being displaced by this curse. The gods have called me to help them. So I shall. Why is it so odd to you and your companion? Are you not here to try and help?
We are here to lend our skills to help this problem, but our skills include everything from combative and supportive magic to actual martial skill to survival skills. expedition experience. Though I think it's commendable you come in here to help those in need. I wonder why the gods thought you the appropriate choice to help the people who aren't here anymore.
There must always be someone to clean up after the fighting and survival and all the skills that you have been gifted with from the gods. And if we can spread the great word of Dion and the other celestial invited gods, then that is a boon to both the community and the choir ourselves.
Avis will, I think, quite snottily gesture to the dark woods and mushrooms and say, well, I hope that you find plenty of ears to listen to the word of Dion here. What is it you think you might find further in these woods that you might vanquish or fix or remove?
Well, if I knew that, then it probably would have been vanquished or fixed long ago by one with, as you say, more skill than I have. So I just hope that with Dion's light guiding me, I will plagues this land, and perhaps we were all sent here by Dion together for a purpose. It is not mine to know until I may.
Well, let the fates shine down on us favorably, I suppose. Sorry if I caused you any discomfort in my questioning. I just want to make sure that our group is as healthy and ready for what may come as they can be. You understand, I'm sure, being, a woman of your caliber.
Indeed, I am a strong and powerful leader of people, which is a necessary skill for helping, supporting communities. As you all know. Literally turns her nose up at you. Seems done with this conversation.
Ados rolls her eyes as soon as she looks away. I think he'll kind of keep his mouth shut after that.
Yeah, and your watch passes by. You watch the sunrise slowly over the mist, and the fourth day of travel is upon you all. So, one more time, please. Everybody go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
If you're close to me, you get +4.
21.
Seraphina has 21.
Clutching closely to Killian, I get a dirty, dirty 20.
Even with the extra 4, I got 7.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Well, better than me.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Oh, buddy.
That
oh,
one,
buddy.
4 and 9.
Oh, buddy.
Wow.
Also, really quick, while everyone else is going to be tearing down the camp, I am going to start the ritual for Detect Magic. And we're going to risk the flashbang.
Okay. It is, I mean, the air itself is magic. The ground is very magic.
That's fine.
What you can tell from doing that, the magic is concentrated the further you go into the forest. It is even more magic than it was from where you came.
I more specifically, crap, I'm having a brain fart. This leader of this choir, or the choir
Barda?
lady, Barda. I want to get close to her, and I want to know if there's some kind of illusion magic on her by chance, or any kind of magic specifically radiating from her.
Sure. No. No. She is, barring any, non-magic illusion, middle-aged, snotty. That's all natural, baby. What was your wisdom saving throw?
It was +8. 23.
23. Okay, cool. All right, Killian, Bula. You gotta get deeper in this woods. You both wake up, tethered to this place, and it is pulling you along. Bula, it's almost like you're hungry to get in there.
Well, because now I know that I can take some of these mushrooms with me and I can try them out later. So I've got to see what other kinds of mushrooms are in.
Yeah. You're sure deeper in there, there's probably some good hunting, too. Like, you haven't seen the animals yet, but you know there's something good in there. Kind of mince meat. Killian, yeah, you feel as drawn into these woods as you do drawn to fulfilling your protectorate mission. You feel like there is a community here for you to save. You must get to it. You must save it.
Maybe the choir members are right. There is a community here to be saved.
Honestly, that's probably like your intrusive thoughts are what they're saying. Like, you're kind of like, maybe she's right and there's something here. And it feels very important that you get there and you figure it out. You are not necessarily, at this point, physically pulled into the woods yet or anything like that. You feel that draw. You feel that, like, forest love that people have been talking about.
Yeah, and I think...
You love it here.
And I think because of that, whenever we start heading out, Killian will be on Casimir, and just like the days before, he won't be tied up, but he's going to be a little bit more ahead of the rest of the group.
So, like, more in their eye line.
Yeah, so, like, if Barda is, like, in front of the conga line that we have going, like, Killian's going to be maybe, like, 30, 40 odd feet, like, in front of the group, just on Casimir.
Okay.
Just with that antsiness to him.
As far as everyone around you, besides your group, both of the researchers also seem especially keen to get in there today. Barda seems to be on a mission from the gods themselves, even more than usual. Amelia seems fine. And Benji seems like he wants to get in there. He's starting to feel it. He's feeling the itch. He sort of tells you. He's the only one who approached. Like, you can all just this with everybody else around you. It's pretty obvious the people who are deeply affected this morning. As everybody gets up and starts packing, some people are literally just like, let's go, we gotta get in there. It's very important. Benji's like, y'all, I'm feeling it. This is usually about the time that things are surprised. It seems like a lot of you all are also feeling some type of way, so let's make sure we stick together, especially today, because if I'm feeling it, I know a lot of you are too. He says, make sure we're keeping an eye on those researchers and don't let them wander off. Otherwise, everybody ties themselves up and you get to move in. The day goes fairly smoothly. At one point, Benji sort of says, Nomi, this is the last one. And he gestures over to the last set of standing stones, cairn stones. And he sort of brings the group to a halt and he says, all right, folks, this is the farthest we've been, so the trail hasn't been cleared from here, even the little bit that we've been able to do up until now. So we don't know what we're going to be up against. At this point, there are some mushrooms, like tree-sized, around you. It is crazy how mushroomy this part of the woods are. There are still plant growth, but it's mostly mushroom at this point. And Maraway and... Let me see who got what there. Serafina, Eidos, Maraway, the three of you, every one of you roll a perception check, please.
Serafina gets a 3.
Wow. This is my
12.
episode.
And what was yours, Bobby?
12.
12, okay. Yeah, Eidos, with that nat 20. At the same moment, you hear, hey! Psst! Hey! Hey! Wait here! Hey, wait here! What you doing? At the same time, you hear that little tiny voice coming from somewhere around you, whispering near you, trying to get your attention. You see, for maybe the first time on this journey, very slow movement out of the corner of your eye, passing between trees and mushrooms. Hey! White hair! Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's there?
You look around. There's like a stump from like a tree that was obviously felled long ago. There's a little cluster of mushrooms. Just looks like a little stack of little, just classic little button mushrooms with two little black beady button eyes looking up at you from in the middle. And he says, "You can hear me, yeah? Hi.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh no.
Hello.
Maraway, can you come here?
Yes.
Hey.
You can see this too, right?
Do I see it also?
Yes. Once he points it out, little tiny black eyes blinking up at you. No mouth, no humanoid features, cluster of mushrooms, two black beady eyes, a voice in your head.
Oh my goodness.
Hello?
So
Oh, thank God. I thought I was cracking up.
Okay, so now that you've decided you're not cracking up, what that means, you should probably run away very fast. And everybody
Wow,
roll
it's coming to
initiative.
get us.
Oh no.
As you are all tied together.
Killian
And
is
you
not
all
tied
see
with everybody.
various, for lack of a better word, myconids, as Bobby / Marway would know them as, mushrooms and trees and under logs.
No.
Okay, every time you say that, my brain just hears Mike and Ike's.
You like
Yeah,
Mike
every
and
time.
Ike's?
They're delicious.
From the very first time he said it this evening, I just
Myconids. So myconids, they're humanoid-ish mushrooms. You see a gaggle of differently sized mushrooms coming at you. In just a second, I'll have everybody tell me your initiative as the little voice inside Maraway and Ado says, "I really think you should probably turn around and run away. They're gonna be mad."
Well, are they going
And-
to...
Not
Go ahead.
if we make friends with them.
Yeah, can we make friends with them? Little guy?
I don't think so. I think they would rather eat something.
Eat something. Eat what? Us?
Oh my goodness, they can eat.
At this point, just about anything. Hopefully
God
not
knows.
you. If you
Hopefully
run
it's-
fast. Okay, Ados, what's your initiative roll?
13.
Seraphina, is that a 3 on yours?
No, Seraphina has 11.
11, cool. Maraway?
19.
19. Killian?
10.
Bula?
19.
Alright. Benji is sitting at... where's my initiative? 15. And Nomi's prepared to fight as well with a 23. And that puts her at the top of the initiative order. As you all large forest, you're all tied together. You've got like you shoo the people who are tied together. You shoo some of the researchers behind you, the ones who aren't fighting. And you got Benji and Nomi there with you in the front. And you see just too darn many myconids come out of hiding.
Look how cute they are.
They're so cute. You had a good guess. It's almost like me saying there were mushrooms. It's a dead giveaway.
Can we see how big they are? Like, I know the one that we were talking to, little.
Mhm.
What about the rest of them? Are they all varying sizes, or are they all?
Some are large and and a couple are small. A variety
So
of sizes.
varying sizes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can. I
And
wonder
for
if I
clarification,
can...
are we all tied to each other or are we tied in like pairs?
You tell me. I thought that you guys were all like tied in sort of situation.
That's
Okay.
canon, yeah.
Yeah, we did
Let's
say that we
double
kind of
check.
all tied together.
Yeah.
So if you are of the mind to untie yourself, that'll just take an action to do.
Killian is not tied with everyone.
Killing is
though.
not tied. Yeah, you are on Casimir. You're being affected by that wisdom saving throw. is not going to affect your combat here necessarily.
I'm just antsy for it.
You're like, I want to get this over with. Okay, so top of the order, we got our Nomi, who was ready. She's been worried about Benji. She was on alert already. She sort of saw Eidos and Marway go to talk to this mushroom and already sort of like drew her bow ready for something to step out of the woods. So as soon as this first Myconid steps out, she's going to try and land just a shot with her longbow. And that's certainly going to hit. All right, she lays a good shot into it, and it seems to hurt it. You see spores like poof out of it where the arrow lands. And then it's gonna be some mushrooms is attacking. The frankly scariest looking one is furthest away from you all and come stepping forward. Albeit slowly, or not slowly, but not
Is it
particularly
this one?
quickly. No, I'm moving it in toward you. It's coming up toward Killian. This one, no. Don't know how to ping on this yet. Okay. Ooh, it's not quite close enough to get you with a lot of its stuff. Okay, it releases this like cloud of spores. So everybody within 30 feet, which I think is really, at this point, Killian, Benji, Nomi, Marway, you're just out of reach. Each of you needs to roll for me a Constitution save, please.
All right.
I'll roll for those two, obviously.
All right. I'm also gonna roll for Casimir as well.
Yes.
All right. So Casimir, he only got 4, but I got 22. Actually, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. So would have been 8. So.
Okay. Casimir and Benji both fail. They're both stunned for 1 minute. So that's going to be essentially 10 rounds.
Oh.
Though, however, they can repeat that saving throw at the end of each of their.
Okay.
And Casimir will just go on your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Bula.
Right. So Bula gets pissed because that little thing said that they were going to be eaten. Why did they get to eat if we don't get to eat? How come they get to enjoy food if we don't get to enjoy? And she just absolutely gets herself frenzied up into a rage.
You hear that little voice say, "That's the point. They were hungry and they've been hungry forever. They don't know what they can eat. So they're going to try and eat you."
She's not happy about it. So then what she's going to do, so she gets mad and she's just like almost shaking with rage. And then she goes, "Bleh," and she just like poofs out of existence. She poofs back into existence. That's not what I was trying to do. This is what I was trying to do. Let's go. Ooh.
Oh, forgot the little cluster of mushrooms are also on the map.
So she is going to move. She doesn't move. She appears right here. She kind of like, whoa, like it makes her gaggle. She's like, whoa. makes her gaggle a little bit. That was a little jarring, but
It's a good thing you haven't been
kinda
eaten.
right? So she shakes it off just a little bit, and then as she does, she pulls her great axe out and goes after that one right in front of her.
Okay. Oh, the one right, that's Benji in front of you. Directly in
Wait,
front of
what?
you. You're behind Benji and next to Marway.
Oh, I moved myself. It moved on my map. It didn't move on yours.
Oh, no.
Go there.
Can I move you?
Why is it not moving me?
Do you all see her next to Marway still? Oh, that moved.
Wait, I can move her. Where do you want to move?
Okay,
Can you ping?
right here. That's where I am on my map. Can you see it?
Mm-mm.
You can't see me pinging either.
No.
No.
What the heck, man?
Technology really doesn't like you.
Oh, never. We know this. Am the problem child.
Trying
Can
to
you
find your
tell me where you
cursor.
are?
Okay, so at the top, there's this mushroom up here.
Yeah.
And
You want to be next to it?
I teleported 30 feet.
Yeah, that's probably
Okay.
about right.
Is that right? Okay. Okay. All right, you're there.
Did you move me?
Yeah.
Yeah, she moved you.
OMG. Why
How
did I not
weird.
see any of this? Hang on. Let me refresh it. Anyways, while I'm refreshing that, so I'm up there with that one that's up at the top.
Mhm.
I just appeared in its space, almost hurled on it, didn't, shook my head a little bit, and then pulled out my great axe. So that was a... Sorry. That rattled me. I knew what I was doing, and now I don't. Yeah. A 24 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, yes, it does. Oh, hot dog. 19 points of... what am I doing? Slashing damage.
Finish him.
So she's mad. She's looking at him, and from her angry viewpoint, this thing is sizzling in a pan already. And she just needs to chop it into bite-sized pieces. And so she literally takes her and minces the crap out of this thing.
It, like, spores come out of it as if it's, like, screaming. And it doesn't stop as you mince it. It just continuously, like you can see the, like, mushroom fleshiness, like, wriggling and writhing. You see part of it, like, try and, like, crawl along the ground away from you. It doesn't appear to die until it is truly mincemeat.
He just keeps mincing.
Yeah. But yeah, it is certainly not able to accomplish
Okay.
life things anymore. So you got that
Okay.
covered.
So then she turns,
I got that ping. That ping worked.
okay.
Hey,
Did you see?
everybody just
I moved everybody.
You had everybody selected.
How do I
There we go.
unselect everyone?
Click the mushrooms yourself. Or like just like highlight, like click and drag to the box just around yourself. That's why I have to do it some of the time.
Yeah, that usually works.
Okay, it's not letting me do that either. Listen, I know how to work this program. What is happening?
Is everybody again?
Oh,
Okay, that worked. Hold on, I'll move everybody else back. Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Okay.
Oh, I buried
So am I
Nate.
just... No, I'm
Okay.
still moving everybody.
Where do you want to go, Robin?
I want to go right in
Robin.
front of this other mushroom. Dang it.
Okay. Okay.
What is
Move everybody
happening?
back. I'll do it.
Okay, so I moved everybody back.
There you go.
Oh my gosh! Why?
No one
Okay.
panic.
Okay, so she takes her second attack. Same thing. And that's gonna be a thing. 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, not as good. And that's just gonna be 8 points of damage.
Finish him, that's all it needed.
She just keeps Vincent and she says, "You would look so good in an omelet." As she's
Spores and mushroom gills flying. Horrible. Love it. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it. She inhales some of those spores and they make her sneeze. And she does not cover her mouth.
Ugh, gross. A little bit green. Okay, some bad stuff's about to happen. To Nomi, because she's the closest. Myconid steps up to Nomi and just gonna go. She needs to roll a Constitution save as the gills like around its like face. It's like all gill slits, like the bottom of a mushroom, and they all like start to like fluctuate and open and just fan mushroom spores out at her. And like these little like tendrils of spores come out, and the gills like it leans in and like sort of like suctions to her face and like forces these spores out onto her with all these gills as she tries to pull away. And she fails that con save, so she appears like she starts coughing and choking and retching and trying to vomit. And she is poisoned for a minute. As this thing is like attached to her face and won't let go. It's sort of got her grappled. Marway, that's you.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
then
It
what-
has extra. Hold on, I'm so sorry. It has extra actions.
Just kidding.
Nomi
man.
might be in trouble here.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, they were both miss. So sorry, Marway, go on. I will let you finish.
We're gonna summon Huthamer here for my action. And for my bonus action, I am going to be teleporting myself, Eden, Nomi, and Benji 15 feet towards the north.
Okay.
To get all of us out of that situation.
Easily enough done. Those two are still currently incapacitated, but you managed to get them out
This
of.
one's dead,
It's
yes.
done. Yes, here, let me mark it off for you.
Okay.
Yep.
We're just gonna create somewhat of a defensive perimeter with Huthamer and Eden. And we're gonna prepare to try to help him next turn, because that's my action and my bonus action.
All right. That's Benji's turn, so I'm gonna roll that save. Does not save. He is still stuck. The little bundle of mushrooms looks up at you, Sarah.
It's a good thing you got that thing off of her face, because it was gonna definitely try and eat her. But she's not like a rotted thing, so that would have been a real bummer.
And that's its turn. Eidos, your turn.
So at this point, it's just Seraphine and I tied together.
Yes. Well, no one else has taken. Well, I don't know. Marway.
No, I teleported them out of it.
Yeah, and Bula has also teleported.
Teleported out
So
of my
yeah,
rope.
so you two are still tied up to the researchers sort of behind you, and the behind group are sort of still tied to the ropes, but you two are also tied together. Yes.
And this creature to the southwest of Seraphina, that's the little cute guy mushroom.
Standing
Okay.
next to a very much not cute guy mushroom.
All right. Eidos is gonna look at Seraphina and say, "Remember the quadrille," and use, oh no, the momentum of her body to rocket himself around her. And as soon as he comes to where, jumps back to his feet, he's going to cast lightning bolt over this friendly mushroom's head. Sorry, I don't know how to work this program because I forget every time. I need a line.
I'm trying to do a line from you to see who you cover.
Yeah. Can you see this?
No. Oh, yep.
There you go.
Got that.
Yeah, gonna blast both these homies.
Cool, go for it.
I'm also going to cast this as a quicken spell. All right, so that's a dexterity 15 for both of them.
Okay. The one closest to you fails with a nat 1.
Okay.
And the one farther from you succeeds. Just barely.
All right.
Is this something where you can choose the targets, or are you all...
Oh. Sorry, can you say it again?
Is this a spell where you can choose the targets, or are you also hitting cute little guy because he's in the way?
Well, I was hoping that he was short enough that I could just point over his head.
Sure. Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So 1 fail and 1 non-fail.
Correct.
Pass they call it these days.
Yes.
3, 6, 10. 15, 16, 18, 22 points of lightning damage.
Nice. Okay, it's not downed. These ones are a bit tougher than the ones Bula managed to take out.
In that case, I'm going to follow that up with a nice lightning blast to the guys closest to me, his face. Then that's going to be a +7 to hit. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. It's an extra 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Lightning damage.
Bula, you can smell a cooking mushroom.
Somebody else is cooking too. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my bonus action, movement, and action. That's it for me.
Okay, Seraphina, that's you.
Seraphina's still horrified from what the tiny little mushrooms were trying to tell her. So she's just like still holding her face, and she's gonna target this mushroom with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Why can't I roll for? Sorry, I can't see. Oh, oh no, I didn't roll. Oh no, my sheet's not working. Okay. I will have to roll this dice.
It's not just me today.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, hold on. I need to pull out other dice now.
He has
It's
to do math. Watch out.
13 damage, and then there's another bolt, which is 14 to hit.
14, 1-4.
1-4, yeah. Okay.
Miss.
She screams, "Don't eat my face!" As she misses. She's still freaked out.
Alright, that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, Killian, you're up.
Alright. So Casimir's stunned, so he's gonna essentially like take a knee, just kind of like go down a little bit like a horse do. And Killian will hop off, and that's half of his movement speed. Let me just see something here. I got another 15 feet of movement. So I'm gonna get closer to the one that they've been fighting. I get right over here. He'll take out the chains of Shattered Fate, and as he attacks, he will imbue his righteous divine energy into it and attack the Myconid that is close to them. Oh my god, it's a natural 20.
Let's go.
We love to see it!
Yeah.
You get him. Alright. Do
For
that,
31 to hit.
yeah, do that.
Wow.
That'll hit for sure. Do that
Wow.
crunchy AF damage.
Alright, so I gotta pull up the old chaos table here.
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Do you need me to pull it?
If you get it before me, we'll see who wins.
Chaos.
I pinned it for a reason to our chat.
I think I got it.
All right,
I
well
think.
then,
I don't know if this is the edited version, but I think this is.
all right, well roll a. Let's see, roll a D100 for me, Kara.
Gotcha. All right, that's a 33. It seems like a good number, right? 33 on this table is Healing Mist. A soothing mist heals all party members for 2d6 HP. You're all at full health, so great job.
Pretty cool.
Great
Wonderful.
time for that.
Wonderful.
We feel great.
So as like Killian snaps the chain, almost like interfused with the little bit of fog that's in this forest, just kind of emanating from the chains themselves, just kind of like a almost like a white mist, just kind of spreads out from it and just like coats everyone in a invigorating type energy. Even though it doesn't do anything for anybody. So for damage, so how do we do damage again for crits? It's max.
It's like the full damage amount, and then you roll
a die
for the additional.
Okay. So 6, 12, 15 points of radiant damage. On that one near them.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna attack again.
go for it.
And that's gonna be 26 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'll use a first level Divine Smite against this thing. So that's gonna be an 8 plus 7 for 15 radiant damage.
All right, it's getting spicy.
All right, and that's it.
Okay, awesome turn.
I'm just gonna roll for Casimir. He got 16 for the con save.
All right, he is back up and running.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Bula, another big boy, comes stomping over to you. These things are lanky, nasty looking shroomy boys. It is going to dart with, as it comes running over, you see the gills open and come toward you, just like you just saw it do to Nomi. Its face opens and these gills start undulating, and it leans in close, and like you see little like tendrils of like dusty, spory stuff come toward like your mouth and your nose and like even your ears as it gets closer. And I'm gonna need you to roll a Constitution save as it tries to spore cloud you.
All right, con save. Oh yeah.
This thing smells wet.
Oh, oof. That's just a 12.
That is just not enough. I'm sorry. Okay. You fall asleep as this thing, the little tendrils of spore tentacles reach up your nose and force these spores into your sinuses, and you guys see a drop asleep and hear her snoring.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's a real bummer. And on top of that, it's gonna multi-attack you, because it can.
Yay.
So the first one is only a 7 to hit.
Oh, heck no.
The second one is a nat 20.
I suppose.
So terribly, terribly sorry for it. So that is going to be 14 bludgeoning damage plus.
Okay, question. Because how does the sleep affect my rage? Because the rage says that bludgeoning I take as half. But
So you're unconscious.
asleep.
Yeah, you're
You
sleepy.
cannot-
Can't be angry
okay.
sleeping.
But the
Yep.
moment you take damage, you're back
I
up and
do.
awake. So
Yeah, it does wake you up, taking this
Okay.
damage, yeah.
Okay, so how much bludgeoning was it?
Okay, so, what did I just say it was?
Sorry.
14 bludgeoning, I think I said.
Okay.
Plus an additional 7 poison damage.
Dang.
And then another multi-attack on it, from it. Oof, that's gonna be a 21 to hit.
It hits.
Not a nat 20 this time. So that's only gonna be 7 bludgeoning damage, plus...
Which now I'm awake, right? Do I have to re-rage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will have to, yeah.
So
Plus 11 poison damage.
7 and 11, so 18.
Yeah. And you're prone. You had fallen asleep. So you'll have to use half your movement to stand up next round. If you so choose. That's it for its turn. No big deal. However, unfortunately, I think some more of these guys are still alive. Where are they? This guy at least is. And they're both going to converge. One of them is just going to dash to get in close for next round. And the other one has enough movement, it's going to go ahead and do an attack on kill. Ian. Killian, roll me a Constitution save as the one that was close enough to attack goes ahead and lets out a poof of spores at you.
Ooh. That's gonna be 11.
It's not enough. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is
Yay.
for this one. Yes, it is just barely enough. So you are not going to end up stunned, but it is going to go ahead and make its attack on you. Just a melee attack. Ugh. That is only a 9. So its physical attack doesn't hit as you dodge the swing. Back to the top with Nomi. I just have to roll for her to try and... Oh, she's just poisoned. Never mind. So she's going to take some poison damage.
She should. Is she paralyzed also?
Nomi is poisoned. Benji is stunned. I don't think she's paralyzed, is she? Let me see. They got hit with 2 different effects.
Because I
Oh,
feel like
nope,
they
you're
both
right.
got
You're
taken
right.
down by the first initial.
She is both poisoned and actively hallucinating. So she does have to try and save this throw.
Teacher, you gave us homework.
She is, yeah.
Gosh, man.
She does not save. So she is actively hallucinating. She's like swinging at nothing. Like Casimir is like, whoa, girl. She's like just swinging her bow around trying to hit something. So she can't do much for you this turn. And the one that I think is the one that poisoned her is going to go. And he's going to go for... I'm going to roll a die to decide. Gonna go for Bula.
Come at me.
Okay. Does a 7 hit? No.
No.
Nope. And that's another 7 to hit. So the 2 melee attacks don't hit. But it's gonna spore you because that's what they love to do. As it reaches out, more tentacly things reaches down for you on the ground. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution save again.
Ooh. Nice. 24.
24. Okay. You do save. So once again, it tries to spore you and you just sneeze it out. You fight it.
There's already so much like mucus and snot coming out from where I got spored a minute ago that literally nothing else can go up in there.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty in there. Okay, and that is your turn.
All right. So she does get up off the ground. And she just starts like, she's, slinging snot, and she says, Mushrooms do not eat me. I eat mushrooms. And rages again. And then she's just going to turn to the closest one to my tabletop. Just decided to refresh for kicks and giggles. Whichever one's closest to me, because I'm within melee range. They just hit me.
Okay, but you've got 2 in range.
Okay. So she's going to turn and hit one, her great axe. That is going to be 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Right? Oh, come on. So that's going to be 8 points of damage.
Nice. All right. What else?
All right. Well, she's just going to go with the same one. Why won't you die? She rolls again. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
A dirty, filthy fungi 20. And better damage. 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Chopping away.
Then, okay. So then, gosh, it's taking forever. Come on. Nice. Now it's having issues. So I'm gonna look at it on our thing here. In doing so, because they're all kind of surrounding her and sneeze, and then she's just gonna kind of and poof out of existence and move about 30 feet. We'll say kind of down this way. Alright, somebody's gonna have to move me because it's acting up again.
So 30 feet south.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So she poofs out, and then she shows up there, and she kind of says, "Oh, okay, all right." Just a little bit of, a little more every time. Dang it! But she's
like driving
out.
too fast over a hill.
Yes, just makes her stomach dip a little bit. But she is out of where they're just all up in her face.
Yeah.
She grabs some leaves and starts just like trying to clear her face from all the spores.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, yeah, that's it.
All right. Another big boy is gonna step up to Seraphina and it's gonna split its multi-attack between the two of you because it loves every. So for Eidos, does a 17 hit?
Yes, but I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield.
Okay, nice. Does that give you? What does that bring your AC up to?
21.
Nice, that'll do it. Okay, and then Seraphina does a 12 hit.
Oh my gosh, yes. I guess.
Ooh, that AC is sad.
Wow.
That's rough, buddy. Okay, you are going to take 6 bludgeoning damage plus 14 poison damage.
Oh my gosh.
And from both of you,
Yeah.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
What she said?
Constitution saving throw, please. Yeah, from Eidos and Sarah.
Oh my god, I swear to god, I'm not lying.
You want to
No
know that?
way!
That's another natural
Weighted
20.
dice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Weighted dice.
I wonder if this
I'll
is the
have
most
what
we've done in
she's
one time.
having.
This is,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I think that's my third one this episode. That's amazing.
Yeah. Seraphina
Dang.
got a 19.
Okay, good. You both save as it tries to spore you both. You see these tendrils reach out to both of you and try and shove spores up your noses, and it does not work, but you have horrible mushroom tendrils trying to go inside your face holes.
Not even.
Horrible.
Oh, disgusting.
Okay, Maraway, that's you.
Can I react to that if I take damage?
If you have a reaction, yeah.
Yes, I do have a reaction. I can force the creature to make a strength saving throw.
Sure. That's an 8.
Okay, so on a failure, the target takes 7 damage, and it's pushed up to 10 feet away.
Nice.
And I'm gonna push it. Do you see that there's like 2 mushrooms by Killian? I want to push it in the middle of them. Wait, is that too far?
That's too far.
You can go 10 feet.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you can push it
Yeah,
up
towards that
against
direction, towards Killian. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's almost like you're building a yurt of mushroom people around Killian.
Let me repay you.
Seraphina goes like this.
She's just putting them in range for you to knock them down, man.
Incredible. Okay. Is that it for Sarah?
Yeah.
I guess that was just a reaction, yeah.
Reaction, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see if Benji can wake up from his stunned condition. He does. Benji shakes himself out of it, but that's all he can do this round. Eidos in front of you and Seraphina, the mushrooms say,
I'm a stump. Brittle stem, by the way, in case you were curious. Just thought you'd like to know.
and that's his turn. Eidos, that's you next.
Was that his name or what he was? No, there's no time. Okay.
We'll worry about
Eidos
that later.
But starting to grow on me. Hopefully not physically. I'm going to use my bonus action, cast Innate Sorcery, and immediately ignore that to Twin Spell Chromatic Orb on... Let's go with the Killian's friend's closest main.
Okay.
And
The one Seraphina just
There's-
pushed.
the one Seraphina just pushed, and the one closest to Seraphina.
Okay, gotcha.
And, okay, Twin Spell, roll for each one, or roll the same for both?
One,
Roll
right?
once.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Like, you're literally twinning the spell, so it's the same damage for both.
Okay. Okay,
They're identical twins, not fraternal.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Sure does, both of them.
Let's go. Okay. So it's gonna be 5d8. Oh, this was third levels, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So that is a 15, a 17, 21, and 20. Jesus Christ, 7.
27 total damage.
Correct on both.
All right, that finishes the one that Seraphina just pushed. Brings him down to nothing.
Nice.
And then the other one finishes him too in one shot.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very
And,
nice.
that will be it for me.
I like to think they just like lean against each other and they're actually very conical together. Okay. Seraphina, you're
Seraphina will turn to the stump and she'll say, "It is I, Seraphina Blackthorn. Pleasure to meet you." And she's going to target this mushroom for an Eldritch Blast.
sorry, could you ping which one?
The one by Killian.
Okay, got it.
So it's
last
18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
13 damage. And then I have one more, which is 15 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 12 damage.
Finish him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Finish it.
That's true. Seraphina will go like this. Just kidding.
Does Killian even pretend to give a thumbs up back?
I'm just like, Killian just watches like two of them turn to dust like behind him from Eidos, and then this one just gets exploded in front of him. He'll just turn around, and because he's all jazzed up from being all hyped up in the forest. Great job. Great job.
Just covered in spores.
As these things are being like blasted to bits, you note that like the little like bits just keep on moving. They just keep on coming toward y'all. They're just even little dusty bits are scooting along on the ground.
Out of
I don't like
curiosity,
that
did I get
personally.
skipped?
What's that, Marway?
Did I get skipped?
Did you get skipped? Are you even in this initiative order? Where are you?
I feel like I
You
went
should've
before
been after
Benji the
me.
first turn.
You should have been before
Yeah.
Benji. So sorry, babes.
I know,
Go
and I was
ahead.
gonna do cute shit and get him out of that paralysis, but no. Instead,
Sorry,
I think me and Huthamer are going to take a bit more of an aggressive approach, and we're gonna call lightning.
Okay, nice.
And we are going to center the first attack right here.
Okay.
So I need both of them to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. The one to the north got a 12, not 12, and the one to the south got a flat 10.
I'm sorry, I was doing math and I didn't hear those. Were those below a 16?
They were both below 16.
Excellent. That's going to be 21 lightning damage to both of them.
Very nice.
And then we're gonna shift Huthamer and Eden up again into a defensive position. And for my bonus action, what we're gonna do is have Huthamer throw out a little lightning seed at the smaller one, not the biggest one. 18 to hit.
That hits.
I mean, 9 more electric damage or lightning.
Cool. All right, awesome.
See, guys, I can do damage to.
Technically, that was
Okay,
Huthamer.
Killian, that is you. Back in the actual order.
All right.
Sorry, Bobby.
Killian, seeing how all these ones are cooked near him, he's going to run over to Casimir, use half his movement to get up on top, and then Casimir, very gingerly, is going to run over top of Eden and Huthamer, making sure not to run them over or trample them.
Sure. Moving through the space.
Yeah. He's going to, from the back of Casimir, attack this guy right here with the whip. So first attack here. Okay. I don't know what's going on, JP, but I also just got another nat 20.
Oh my god.
This is the most nat 20 we've ever had. It has to be.
It's
Against
the Undying Woods.
the
Where's
Undying
mine?
Woods. The Undying Woods. The Undying
Right.
Woods.
We love it here.
I'll never want to leave.
All right, Kara, give me
We never age.
another roll there.
Oh, what kind of saving throw? Oh, 100 roll. That's right.
Yeah, give me a D100 roll.
Believe.
And then for the damage, 7 plus 6.
That's a 47 this time, which on our table looks like a temporal echo. you can choose an ally, or yourself if you're your own ally, to take an additional action immediately.
Okay. Wow. Well, let's have.
You feel reality and time whomp around you, and you have the like you can add a second to the world.
Yeah. I'm gonna give that extra little second to Eidos. And in terms of my damage there, so for the first attack, it's gonna be 13 radiant damage.
Okay, very nice.
And then just
Start
my
off rough.
second attack against that thing. Okay. That's going to be 7 plus 11, 18 to hit. All right.
All right, awesome. It is on death's door if that is a thing that exists for these things.
So it's going to take, oh boy, 12 radiant damage.
Finish it.
All right. Yeah, just from atop of Casimir, just the old double whip, and just like
Beautiful,
slice
you
it
just
in half.
Slicing. Yep.
Both ways.
Yep. Those legs come off.
And then,
All right.
yeah, Eidos gets to take an action if we still have people up. I think we do.
There is one left.
There's
Yeah.
one here.
Yep.
All right, so
Alright.
Eidos gets an
Alright.
additional action.
How do I get over there? Okay. Alright. I am going to use my action to untie myself from Seraphina so I can move 30 feet of this way.
You only get an action. Sorry, I should have been more clear. You just get one action, so you don't get movement. You can just do an action.
No bonus
it's like
action?
you can cast a spell. You can untie yourself, but no bonus action. It's not a whole turn. You just get an action.
Just kidding, it's better when friends stick together.
You could untie yourself, but that's your whole extra action. That's it.
Okay. Alright. I can't. You're
Yeah, if
killing
you
your
if you don't
horses
have
in the way.
any-
Okay, fine. I'll Misty Step out of the ropes. Now I'm out of ping, so that's good. 20, 30, what, 10, 20, 30. Sorry, I went to public school. And then, and then I'll use Lightning Blast cantrip. At the...
That'd be 2 actions.
Oh, sorry.
We can do one or the other.
Well, that was a bonus action.
Not a
Misty
whole-
Step,
You can't
right?
use a
Not
bonus
a-
action. You
you
only
only
get an
get-
action.
Only an action.
It's not
Yeah,
like a
this
whole
is not your
turn.
turn. This is
Only
just
an
because his chaos
Oh.
magic.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
this is not a whole turn. That's okay.
Forgive me.
No.
All right. That's the end of my not turn. So I lost
You gotta
my
go
own
to-
little world there.
Okay, it is in like what can only be described as a blood rage. Essentially, like it seems like it is just like screeching for something to clamp onto. So it's gonna go for Benji, because little old Hoothmer in the way doesn't look like a tasty bite, but Benji sure
It
do.
is quite tasty.
You know he is. We love a Frobog. Okay, we're going with a multi-attack. Let's miss. And a miss. Lucky. But I'm going to roll for Benji to get spored again. And that's a 3rd miss. Or he saves. So it lands nothing. Now we come back around to Nomi. See if she can get unstuck. She is still hallucinating. She's just yelling about how she wants to go further into the woods, and she's actively but she's hallucinating. She keeps like running into mushrooms and trees. Bula, that's you.
So Bula's gonna kind of and brace herself, and she's gonna end up. Yep, she can make it. She's gonna end up right here, just right behind it. and she's getting a little bit more used to the. She only throws up in her mouth like a as she immediately comes down with her, because she's a little more prepared this time. Still doesn't love it, but oh, there's mine.
There we go.
Nice.
Hey!
Oh yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
so that's
funky
gonna
damage.
be yeah. So you said 1 is just full damage, right?
Yep, so you'll do a full damage die and then add on the roll.
Okay. So like I get 12,
Yeah,
and then I
Is
get
your
to roll
damage die
again,
like?
or do I get the 12 plus 7 and then get to roll?
that's the
I
same
think it's 12
thing.
plus 7, and then you roll. Like you add on the plus.
So I still
Your
get my
roll.
myself. Okay.
Yeah,
So I get my 12 plus 7.
and then add on whatever
so
you roll.
19, and then we get to roll our damage.
Yeah.
Ah, come on.
It doesn't matter when you add the 7.
Oh, okay.
You're doubling the die, not the 7. So the 7 only gets added on once.
That was my question. Yes. Okay. So then 3. So 19 and 3.
Okay, so 22 damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is clinging to mushroom life. Just barely.
And now she's going to commence mincing.
Commencement.
Commencement.
Commencement. Okay, Maraway. This is where your turn always should have been. Go
No.
ahead.
Oh, no,
you're not done.
She's
Okay, go ahead.
mincing. She has
Alright,
2
commencement.
actions.
Commencement. Sorry.
So that is going to be 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Mince it.
Mince it. 15 points of damage.
Doesn't quite do it.
Oh, come
Close.
on. Oh, come on.
It's just like chunks of mushroom just clawing along. It's got like, you know that like fear of holes, like when people have
Oh,
a
no,
fear of a
yeah.
surface with holes. That's like this thing is just that as a being. Lots of holes in its
She's just like
skin.
so frustrated. She like tries to stamp it with her boot, but since she doesn't have that as an action, she doesn't do anything. She's just frustrated.
Yeah. Okay. Now Maraway, it's your turn.
All right, so first thing we're gonna do is slap a legacy resistance on Nomi.
Okay.
So next saving throw she does, she's gonna get an extra D4 to that. And then we are going to have Eden attack. It's my turn now. I also got a nat 20.
Yeah.
What is
that-
happening?
Yeah.
Is that one for everybody?
No, I
Did
didn't
everyone
get
get
one.
one? Oh.
Wah,
That's
wah.
it. That sounds
I
bad.
feel so
I
much-
wouldn't know.
Oh. Must be hard.
I wish I could give you one of my 3. You know, I really wish I could.
So for this, it is going to be 4 slashing damage and 8 radiant damage.
It's done. How you want to do it, baby?
Toast.
I imagine like a cat, she just kind of grabs onto a piece of it and just starts batting it all over the place.
Just flipping it around. Yeah, incredible. This thing goes down as much as it seemed to be able to. And with that, you are technically out of combat. Seraphina, over by you. Little mushrooms say,
Well, I didn't love watching that, but
at least you didn't get mushroomed and like the little eyes like sort of dart around. And go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, I got it!
Yeah.
Natural 20!
That
Oh my
can't
God.
be true.
That she's wrong.
Wow.
I got
Digital,
a
it's
21!
right there. That's amazing.
Incredible, because that is our last roll of the night.
Yay!
As you try and follow the
Incredible.
gaze of this little cluster of mushrooms and see underneath one of these like larger growing mushrooms is like a moaning humanoid person that this thing is growing out of and glommed onto. And that's where we're gonna end tonight. So, yeah, horrible. come see us again next week. We play this game every Monday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. So come find out what happens in the Undying Wood. See if they get any nat 20s or if next week is going to be all nat ones.
Oh god.
I hope it's all nat ones.
I used mine for the month.
I jinx you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you all for playing. Come see us again.
Bye bye.